Yo ho ho! It's part two of Buried in the Bahamas, our Pirate Borg actual play. If you haven't already checked out the first part of it, go watch it. I'll put a little annotation here somewhere on the screen after the fact. But yeah, we're gonna pick up where we left off. So stick around. This is Buried in the Bahamas, a Pirate Borg actual play, part two. Hey everyone, welcome to Victor Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we're doing our part two of Buried in the Bahamas. And yeah, we're so excited to have the cast back together to play this, probably this finale, probably the last episode. I don't know. That's up to our harbor master, Jason, who we'll meet in just a few moments. Before we begin, I just would like to say that if you enjoy these actual plays, hit that like button down below. And if you're a fan of Pirate Borg, let me know in the comments, because I would love to know how big this community is, because it is just, I think it's one of the larger Borg communities that are out there. Of course, we know that Mork Borg just has a huge community behind it. So I love seeing what other communities have kind of popped up around it as well. So let me know. Yeah, without going much further, let's bring on the cast and our harbor master for this evening. Hey everyone, thanks again for jumping on tonight.
You're leaving the Dark Caribbean. This will be part 2 of 74.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was 72, don't exaggerate.
I'll just do a quick round of introductions. First, that is our harbor master right there, the one and only Jason Hunt. Thank you so much. We've got Mark
swag.
That's right. That's a very nice, stylish shirt, and I like the head wrap that you've got going on right there. That's
this
very
is
nice.
A gift from Krissa.
Oh, nice. From the corner right there is the Dirty Woods crew, Mark and Janet. Thank you again for coming on. Our Gunpowder and Captain J. And right underneath is our Task Rabbit, one and only Mish. Mish, thanks again for coming on. So yeah, I'm excited to see where our adventure takes us. And yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna hand everything over to Jason so he can do the recap from episode 1.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that to me. Okay, so originally when we started the adventure, you ran afoul of a black skeleton pirate ship. Got thermally trounced as a ship and a crew, got tossed overboard, you landed in the ocean, swept up on what it turned out to be Rum Cay in the morning, spent the day there, explored the island, got attacked at night by some gigantic lobster creatures, decided that was not the greatest place in the world to hang out, so you set sail again. Or no, actually that wasn't Rum Cay. You went to Rum Cay after that. You arrived on Rum Cay, found the port of Nelson, stopped in there, talked to a lovely lady named Esperanza who absolutely refused to sell you her boat, which very much annoyed Captain J, who then decided that it would be a fabulous idea to steal the small dinghy, it's a longboat really, and take off with it in the middle of the night, which is where you left off actually, setting sail off into the ocean, or trying to get to the Isle of Yuma, which is where you have finally figured out that your cave is and treasure from Captain, what was that guy's name? Red Wolf? No, not Red Wolf. That was from the other adventure. Bloodwhip, sorry. Yep. Who died on the ship. He gave you a treasure map, and you have finally figured out that it is located on the Isle of Yuma. So that is where you are off to now. End of recap.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right.
All right.
You are all bobbing about in the ocean on your longboat. You just managed to get out of the harbor's mouth. You notice as you're passing through the harbor itself, it is sunset, kind of nighttime-ish. You don't have a lot of oomph behind you. You're rowing with oars. So somebody's going to be after manning the oars. There's 2 sets of oars. So I need 2 of you to pick to man the oars.
I'll man the oars.
Not me.
Okay. So by default, it's going to be Beardy or Captain J then.
Wasn't I on like a rope and like in the water that like they were like
You
pulling me
were they were
behind?
hauling you they were hauling you in at the very end, yes, because you couldn't figure out how to get into a longboat apparently.
Yeah.
I'd like to pull him over and be like, Beery, man the oars.
Beautiful man oars.
Pull him over because I needed him to not get lost. He's my ride.
Yes. All right, so you haul Beardy back on board. He jumps onto the oars, starts rowing. You can see that they are trying to put Esperanza's sloop out to sea to chase after you, but it's going to be a slow process. Those boats don't exactly shoot out of the harbor like a jet ski. So are you going to row full speed towards the island of Yumi? You can see it from here, even in the failing light.
Yeah, the faster the better.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like try it. I'm gonna like row it like really, really fast, and it's probably gonna be like way faster than gunpowder does.
This is why we're going to do strength tests right now, and you're going to tell me
I'm
what
just
you
trying
get.
to keep up with Beardy.
If you row in circles for long enough, Esperanza will catch you.
So you want me to roll for strength?
Yeah, strength. Difficulty 12.
Oh, come on, that's a dirty 21.
Okay. Gunpowder?
Pretty strong.
12.
Okay. So you're mismatched, so you're starting to veer off course a little bit. So you're going to need to either speed up old Gunpowder or slow Beardy down.
Beardy,
Up to
Beardy,
you.
keep up with me. Keep up with me. Keep up with me. Keep up with me.
All right.
Old Gunpowder's going to have an old heart attack on the way.
I try and belt out a slow rhythm shanty to call time so that I can not have to chase.
Give me a presence test, difficulty 10.
That's a 2.
Okay.
I'm a little
Weirdly enough, it actually works because it confuses Beardy, and he's trying to match the time of your shanty while you're rowing normally. So it kind of pairs you up just fine, and you straighten back out and are on your way towards Yuma. In the distance, after several minutes, you notice that Esperanza's sloop has put out to sea, but the waves and the fact that you guys don't have any light sources currently active is making it basically impossible for her to find you unless you do something truly foolish in order to attract her attention. So, barring anybody doing anything foolish, would anybody like to do anything foolish before I move on?
Us?
Going too
No.
much to do anything foolish. So
I would like to search her boat. Is there anything usable for us? Is there a possible small dinghy on the side?
You are determined to find a dinghy. Okay, you're going to roll me 3d20. Give me the result of each one.
Okay. 18, 12, 15.
Okay, so you find a pamphlet of documents tucked into this into one of the side rails. You find a set of broken manacles that are engraved with the word Maracaibo. And you find a severed hand tucked underneath one of the benches.
I take the hand and I come up behind TaskRabbit, and I'm like, "Whoa!"
And I steal it from you
Oh,
with my wicked rabbit-like reflexes.
you gonna do anything with it, or you're just gonna steal it?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna
You're like, I'll keep this for later. Tuck it in your
I
pocket.
don't know. Yeah, I think I actually will keep it. We'll keep it for now.
Probably lend a
Okay.
hand sometime later on.
I might find a better place to make a good trick with that later, since that's my jam.
Okay, so you continue rowing throughout most of the evening. Just after midnight, you start to notice fins in the water again. They're following your boat because they've gotten a taste for Beardy. None of them actually will attack the boat, though, because it's a longboat and it's a bit too high-sided for it. Roll me 1d6, somebody. Anybody. Doesn't matter.
5.
Okay. Just as the light of the dawns starts to peek over the edge of the horizon, you see a very much larger shark come surging up out of the depths of the ocean. It leaps into the air, grabs one of the smaller. They were just coral sharks. Grabs one of the smaller coral sharks in its jaws and easily bites it in half and slaps back into the water and swims back under. I need everybody to test me agility difficulty 10. Because the wake of the splash from the shark is going to rock your boat.
16.
15. Wait, agility.
Okay, Beardy falls overboard.
7.
And he takes old Frederick Gunpowder with him.
Oy vey.
All right, you guys. You still have 5 sharks following the boat. So, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna try to get back in the boat.
Okay. Well, Gunpowder.
I will
Same.
look for the rope that we pulled Beardy with before to throw it back over the side to give them something to grab.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me agility, both of you.
I'll reach the severed hand out.
Natural 20.
Okay. Gunpowder easily beats Beardy back to the rope, grabs onto it, and is helped to be hauled aboard by Captain J.
No.
Beardy decides he's going to swim to the bottom of the ocean, apparently, and dives instead of lunging for the boat. So you're going to roll me defense roll.
What do I for toughness or
your agility difficulty 12.
oh that's a dirty 20 right there.
All right. One of the sharks actually makes a rush at you, but you easily fend it off with a boop to the snoot, and the shark goes scattering back into the darkness.
Punch a shark in their face.
You have indeed punched a shark in the face. So you quickly swim back to the surface and scramble over to the boat, and you reach out and you grab a hand, and it comes out of TaskRabbit's hand, and you are holding a severed hand. So you're going to roll me your agility again as a defense.
Can I help him? Can I try and grab him and help him into the boat?
You can if you want to.
I would love to.
Okay. What did you get?
13.
13? Okay. So you reach over, you grab him, you're pulling him onto the boat just as the shark snaps, like splashes back into the water, doesn't hit anything. You haul Beardy into the boat, and he's still clutching the hand that TaskRabbit gave him, and you're okay for now.
I'm gonna take the hand and
And I'm going to steal back.
oh okay.
My hand. Give me.
Thank, and I'm gonna guess say to TaskRabbit, thank you for lending a hand.
Anytime.
She's handy. Okay. You get back on the oars and continue rowing. It's just a little bit past sunrise by the time you guys reach a visual range of the Isle of Yuma. It's to the point where you can see details. It's mostly rough coastline. You can see the 3 rocks from the map leaning to the west as you approach. They're on the very tip of the Isle of Yuma, the northernmost tip. Are you going to try to head straight for that, or are you going to go somewhere else? The Isle of Yuma is quite long. You can see it stretching off into the distance, so you don't have to go there if you don't want to.
Considering our most recent shenanigans, I feel like we should get on land and just risk it on land.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have a question, Jason, because now that I have my my dead parrot,
Mm-hmm.
can I send the parrot to kind of scout over by the island or the 3 islands?
Regrettably, the parrot cannot actually fly.
So we should probably explain that.
I would like to ask a question about the island.
Okay.
Which part of the island should we land on? I would like to use my clairvoyance to ask about it.
Okay. Spirit difficulty 12 for me, please.
Dang it.
Oof.
7
Okay.
Even with your plus, what do you have for spirit?
plus 4.
Ooh.
I rolled
Wow.
a 3.
That's hard.
Gross.
Okay.
That's gross.
You sit in the belly of the boat for a bit, and you concentrate, and you're concentrating, and you're thinking, and you go like this with your hand, and you're rubbing the side of your head, and then out of nowhere you realize you're rubbing the side of your head with the severed hand and not your own hand, and it startles you, and you learn nothing. But for everybody else, it just looks genuinely creepy.
So
Awesome.
now that we've done that first episode, maybe we should tell everybody, like the audience, like what we got for level up abilities. I think that
For
might
sure.
be
If you want to
because
very quickly, yeah.
yeah, because Michelle just kind of tapped into hers there. She got that clairvoyance ability. Janet? What did Captain J get for upgrades in between sessions?
So Captain J got a undead parrot. When that parrot was alive, its name was Tweeter. Now that it's dead, its name is X.
Is
And
X going to give it to you?
X is going to give it
Oh,
what?
Oh.
And X's middle name is Penguin because apparently X can't fly. So we've learned a lot.
sad.
And then
Well, do you think this undead bird can fly with those bony wings?
absolutely, totally.
I've seen spirits fly. They don't have wings either.
Yeah, but they're spiritual. They're light. This thing is bones. If you would like it to swim, you could certainly have thrown it in the water and have it swim like a penguin.
There's a lot of sharks in there.
So is it an undead bird or an undead penguin?
Well, it's penguins are flightless birds. If you want it to be an undead penguin, it can be an undead penguin.
No, it's an undead parrot, formerly known as Tweeter, now known as X, middle name Penguin.
All right.
All right.
What about you, Gunpowder?
So I rolled dazzling acrobatics. So somehow I've become more agile at defending. So when I am defending, I get to add a couple extra agility points to my roll.
Cool.
Nothing crazy.
And the mighty Beardy.
So I got this blood energy ability where basically when I kill someone in combat, I get a +1 to my damage rolls for every enemy killed in that combat going forward. So basically it's like a bloodlust kind of thing where I just start, anytime I kill somebody, it gives me +1 damage going forward. And basically I'm just going to mow through as many people as I can during combat. I also got this really great relic, which is called a broken compass. And basically it points in a direction of an object that I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way it works.
Okay.
So those are the kind of the two things that I got in between.
Alrighty. All right. So your decision making: you are going to approach the island and at the stones, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I say we go island. 2 reasons. Apparently, we're not good at avoiding sharks in the water, and 2, there's another bigger boat that's on our tail. So I feel like we should be out of the water.
Yeah.
Speaking of that bigger boat, you can see it more clearly now. It is getting closer because it's under sail and you're under oar.
Move, Birdie gets out the way. Run.
I'm gonna get out and run.
No, you're not going to. Okay, that's not for me to say. Sorry. If you'd like to get out and run, you can get out and run. Sometimes I forget I'm not a player.
So we really just want a boat. So if we just push the longboat back out to the water and not like actually beach it,
Yes.
we jump out, push it out. She can grab her boat and leave us alone.
Surrender the boat?
I mean, we can make a raft to get out of here if we need to. I just would rather not have.
And what are the chances with the tide it's going to move the boat away and she might still think we're on it?
Skaggs and Billy Knives are not fans of the plan about keeping the boat, so they're on board
push
with
it out.
Bitch.
Okay, so you approach the caves, or the rocks rather, and you can see at the base of the cliff upon which the rocks sit, there are 5 caves as per the map, 5 cave entrances. They look pretty rough though. They might fit your longboat, they might not fit your longboat. So you can abandon the longboat and try to swim for the caves, or you can attempt, if you would like, to try and get the longboat in through one of the cave entrances.
Before we move forward, now that it's daylight, I'd like to look at those parchments that I found just to see if there's anything helpful in those.
It is a lot of documentation back and forth from a gentleman from the East Indies Company and a fellow from Nassau Port incriminating a local politician.
Tuck that away for later.
No bribery payoff? Okay.
Can I use my clairvoyance to check the water and see if there's anything that would kill us if we abandon the boat?
How often can you use clairvoyance?
Don't know.
Oh, wait. Roll me your spirit +4.
6.
Okay, so you can use clairvoyance 6 times today. So you may, if you want to, use clairvoyance again.
Okay. Wait, what kind of dice was I supposed to roll for that?
Oh, it's not actually a dice roll. Actually, you should have it's just your spirit +4.
So 8.
So
8
you have
total.
8 total. Okay,
8.
so you've used 1, so you're down to 7.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to use again? So test difficulty
Yes.
12 for me, spirit.
I'm gonna try a different.
Wait. Doesn't clairvoyance tell her something, and she has to test to see if it's telling the truth?
Yes, that's what the roll's for.
Oh, okay.
So if I'm lying to her or not.
8.
You don't need to say anything. You can just tell by your face. The grumpy look on your face tells me whether or not you succeeded.
Super obnoxious.
All right. So again, you sit in the belly of the boat and you concentrate and you focus your energy on the caves and wondering if they're dangerous or if there's something, if you can get the boat in there and if you're going to make it okay. And the only thing you receive back from the spirits is go for it. You can do it.
So that's a lie. We cannot do it.
Well, we don't know if it's a lie or not,
No,
right?
you don't know if it's a lie.
Yeah,
you can
it could.
if it is the truth.
Okay,
if you
we
roll
don't know.
your test properly, then I'll tell you that you have a very strong feeling that this will work.
Let's do it, eh?
I say we pick a cave
Yeah,
and go.
let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's do it.
Go for it.
Someone is going to need to guide the boat. Who would like to volunteer?
Oh, I thought we were ditching the boat.
Well, it's up to. Well, you can ditch the boat if you want to. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
either
we
swim
can
the
ditch
caves
the
or we
boat.
take the boat into the caves and then push the boat out.
You can ditch it outside the caves, or you can try to guide it into the caves and abandon it there. It's your choice.
Why don't we get the boat closer to the caves and see what we can see in there and then ditch the boat?
Okay.
All right. You row yourself a little bit closer, and the cave mouths are very dark. There's not a lot to see. The waves are making it very difficult to see inside. There's really no further detail available, no matter how close you get, short of going inside and lighting a torch.
All right, to get a feel for the cave, I'm going to lean over and be like, Tookie, Tookie, kaka, kaka, and see if I get an echo.
You do.
Do I get a lot of echoes or a little echo?
Not much. You can barely hear it because of the crashing of the waves.
Seems safe. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay, boat in or you in?
Boat.
We're going to take the boat in?
Yeah, let's take the boat in. We're gonna ditch it anyway. So if it's
There's no chance Esperanza could get her ship anywhere near these caves.
Oh, sweet. Let's keep the boat
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to guide the boat?
that's a
I feel like that's a captain kind of job, right?
We need to find a captain.
Covering the name tag on her. I don't know where we can find a captain. All right, Captain J, you are going to test me presence, difficulty 14.
Oh, you all made poor choices in your voting. Not 20.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
skills.
So you get up to the front of the longboat and you're eyeballing the cave you're going into and you're calling out commands like a seasoned captain, inches to port and degrees to starboard and forward, and Skaggs and Billy Knives help out on the oars, and the rest of you are using spare oars to push off from the rocks to try and get past things.
I'm not.
You get about halfway into the cave when you hear this resounding crunch as one of the waves drops too low and it impacts on the bottom of the hull of the longboat, and it just literally punches right up through it. There's it almost looks like a stone spear has lodged itself in the bottom of the boat, and you are basically impaled on a rock.
But we're not moving, right? So that's
You are no longer moving. You are half in the cave, half out of the cave.
Oh shoot! She don't know which cave we went into.
Well, unless the boat breaks up.
I guess our only choice is to make a swim for it at this point.
It's true. Everybody out?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beardy will jump overboard and start swimming.
I want to jump on Beardy's back before he goes overboard. so I don't have to swim as hard.
Okay. All right. You're okay with this, Beardy?
I mean, I think I have to be.
Okay. All right. So, we'll do yours first. Beardy, you're going to have to test me a difficulty 14 on your agility, please,
Oh my god,
because you're carrying
Oh.
TaskRabbit.
that's a dirty 20 again.
All right.
Wow.
You jump out, you land in the water, and instantly your feet hit the ground because you are a massive man. It's only
All
like
right.
5 feet deep. That's one of the
Oh.
reasons why you got impaled on a rock. So
Gotcha.
you hit the bottom, and you're standing there, and TaskRabbit is not even getting wet. She's just sitting there like, okay, we got this. This is perfect. I chose right.
My fancy
okay.
clothes are safe.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna like direct me with that severed hand.
Yes,
And
the
you'll,
whole
like,
time.
you'll like set the fingers up so that it points, the index, and you're just gonna like hold the severed hand and just start pointing me in directions.
Okay, old gunpowder, your turn. Difficulty 12 on your agility, please. It's less difficult for you because you don't have a TaskRabbit on your back.
This doesn't count as a defense, right?
Yeah, you know what? It is sort of. You're defending yourself from damage, so
All right.
I'll give it to you.
Even with the +2, I only got 11. So
Oh, okay, roll me a d4.
3.
That's how much damage you take.
Ugh, awesome.
You get slammed against a couple of rocks before you manage to get your footing, and you take 3 points of damage. Your turn, Captain J.
I mean, could I use the rope that we pulled them up with to tie it over the side and lower myself down?
Not effectively, unfortunately.
Dang. Okay. I'm being attacked by a wild beast.
It's mostly the constant in and out of the waves that's causing the problems, not so much the secureness of your perch.
9.
Okay, roll me a d4, and that's how much damage you take by getting bounced around off the boat.
This is all your fault. 1.
Did you just blame your dog?
Yes.
Well, at least you only took 1 point of damage. All right, you all scramble forward deeper into the cave. It doesn't take you very long to come up on dry land, just a little bit further. Beardy steps up onto the land and looking around, and what you see in the cave is actually what you see behind me on my background here. It is just a cave full of pools of water and stalactites everywhere. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's dingy. You can hear echoes everywhere of like dripping water and whatever other random noises might be happening in this cave. There's nothing in your immediate vicinity, though, so you are, for the moment, unmolested by bad guys.
I would like to light my torch.
Okay.
I am going to light my pipe.
Priorities. All right. With your torchlight, you can see a little bit more detail. There are large outcroppings of salt along the walls. And one thing that you do know about the Isle of Yuma is it is famous for salt production. That's one of the reasons why there's so many footprints in the dirt where you guys have just entered the cave from. People have come here from years before, from other routes, obviously not through these treacherous caves, but they come in here and they mine the salt and they carry it out and sell it to shipping and whatnot to make a profit off of it. What are you going to do now that you're in the cave? There are 3 obvious directions you can go. You can go left, right, or forward. You can't really see anything in the distance. There's just 3 openings. That's all.
Was there anything on the map that gave us a hint? Can we see that map again?
Doug, do you still have that graphic handy? There you go.
So we went into that one that's
The one that's
circled?
circled there is the one you've gone in. Yep. You
So
can
there's
see
nothing
now that you're up on dry land inside, you can see the light from the other 4 entries. You could have come in any of them. None of them were particularly larger or smaller than the other to the point where it would have been advantageous to take one or the other. There's just 5 ways in, that's all.
Again, only those with a heart of...
See, shall pass through the door of the blood.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it bright enough in there that I could read a book really quick?
For sure, you can read by torchlight.
Because I have this worn out book that's pretty valuable. And I want to read it and see if it says anything that goes along with that clue on the map about only those, whatever we just said, the heart of the sea
Only
pass through the doors of the blood. Yeah.
Okay. Test me spirit, difficulty 12.
Okay. 10.
Okay. You go through the book back and forth. You do find information about the doors, but there's nothing included in there that expressly hints at how you might open them. Only that you do need to do something to open them, and the best way to pass through them is to figure out the riddle.
Beardy,
Mhm.
your axe has a heart of blood, right?
You mean my cleaver?
Oh, clear.
Kevin? You mean
Kevin.
Kevin?
Does Kevin's heart beat blood?
Kevin likes blood. I don't know where Kevin's heart is.
Can Kevin find a door of blood?
I don't know.
I think we follow Beardy.
Kevin, can you find the door of blood? And I'm gonna kind of wave Kevin around a little bit.
Oh, as before with the dowsing rod sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm just kind of like jab it in the air a little bit just to see if
give me
it
spirit.
catches.
Give me spirit difficulty 12.
Did you get nat 20?
Boom, boom, nat 20, baby.
I wasn't sure if he was trying to show off or just genuinely confused about how to display 20 on his fingers.
That's both.
Reverse screens.
Okay, so Beardy stomps off for a bit, and TaskRabbit's wobbling all over the place where they're trying to put her book away and keep the hand under control and whatnot. And he's waving his meat cleaver Kevin around the cave, and you all see this. He doesn't really notice. He keeps whacking Kevin against a stalactite that's sticking up from the ground. And every time he turns, he's got his eyes half closed, so he keeps whacking it into there. He does that 2 or 3 times, whacks into the same stalactite, stops, points in that direction, which is the center cave, and basically that's where his spiritual influence has decided that you need to go. It's got absolutely nothing to do with spirit. You can all plainly see it. But Beardy, on the other hand, is completely convinced that this is the direction.
That away.
Let's give it a go.
Let's go.
I'm going wherever Beardy goes, so.
Okay, who's gonna be in the lead? Beardy?
Yeah, I mean, I got Kevin.
Kevin knows the way.
Okay, followed by who?
I'll follow. Oh, how wide is
Gunpowder next. There's lots of room. This is like a 15-foot wide cave. You're good.
it? So I'll be next to Gunpowder because I've got the torch.
Okay, so Beardy in front and you two directly behind him. Okay, cool. No worries. All right, roll me d4. Somebody? Anybody? Doesn't matter. Whoever has one handy.
I'll do it. 4.
Okay, while you're heading down the main pathway there, well, shouldn't call it main, the pathway you've decided to go down, you come across a pile of piratey corpses. They're all dressed in typical pirate garb. A couple of tricorns on heads here and there if you want to spare a new hat.
Anything fancy I can steal?
While you're searching through their bits and pieces, there's 2 gold bars worth approximately 100 silver each. And there is also a rune-encrusted flintlock pistol.
Ooh, I would like to take the pistol. I'm a captain. Captain should have a pistol.
This is what the pistol looks like.
Yeah.
I'll
So you're
take
going
the
to take that?
gold.
You want to take the gold? Okay, so TaskRabbit has the gold bars.
See?
Captain J has the pistol.
I'm definitely taking a hat because I do not have one. So
All right, you can grab yourself a fancy tricorn hat if you like. They are quite fancy, actually. It looks like it belongs on TaskRabbit, but
I need a fancy hat. Or is there
The other
more
one-
than one?
there are 2, but the other one is not nearly as fancy.
you guys,
Trade
you
a
guys
Wow, rude.
You could trade a gold bar
bars
for
of
one.
gold for the fancy hat.
Nah.
Fancy gives way to greed.
I do have 8 pieces of silver I would give you for the fancy hat, though.
I'd take gold.
Alright.
I'd take one of the bars. Was it 2 bars? I'll take one of the bars of gold for the fancy hat.
No.
All right. So
Did you take the unfancy hat?
No.
No, I'll take the unfancy hat and put it on.
Okay. Well, all right. So that's just kind of gross for TaskRabbit now with his ugly ass hat on top of Beardy's head.
Yeah, yeah.
Rude.
I'm just going to flick it off. And he's going to have to flick it off.
You lost it in a fight somewhere, Beardy. I have no idea.
Huh? What happened? Huh. Like swat it like it's flies or something.
So continuing deeper into the cave, you get out of this field of stalactites and all of that mess and whatnot. And you come across a large open cave. You can smell the brine of the sea in here. It's very calm. There's a bunch of water laid out before you. In the middle of the island is kind of a plinth, and on top of that plinth is a ship, which looks like this. It is called a piragua, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. My green screen doesn't like it. There you go.
All right.
Okay, so that is resting on a plinth of stone in the corner. The platform itself that it's sitting on is decorated with a whole bunch of runes and pictograms. It's covered in dust. It's obviously old. No one has bothered with this room in ages. There are quite a few dead pirates with their backs against the walls of the cave. They've been rotting for quite a while. They've been dead for a few weeks, you can tell. Some flesh still on the skin and whatnot. They all look absolutely terrified. They're all like, on their death grin and whatnot, that sort of thing.
Can we tell what killed them? Do they look like they were shot, ripped apart?
Test me a presence, difficulty 10, and I'll let you know.
16.
Okay. As you get closer to the pirates, you notice that all of them have marks on their faces that look like a handprint, sort of like the whole Uruk-hai thing from Lord of the Rings. Except wherever the handprint is, the skin on their faces is all shriveled even further than what it would be in death. So it's whatever touched their face was either unbelievably cold or sucked all the moisture out of them or something. You can't really tell. But this was definitely not a natural death. They did not die by natural causes.
Do the runes on that ship or like what's around that ship match anything that's on the gun that I found?
Negative. They do not.
So I'm gonna say when I'm gonna see the boat and I'll see the runes and everything, I'll be like, oh, I've seen this before. This looks very similar than to something that I have. Let's see here. And I'm gonna pull out this stone tablet that's inscribed with ancient pictographs or hieroglyphics, which is my thing of importance. And I'm going to compare the two between. I'm like, oh, TaskRabbit, look, it matches.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look at the tablet, TaskRabbit?
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Okay, test me presence, difficulty 10.
17.
Okay,
18.
they actually do match, weirdly enough. The glyphs on the tablet tell the story of a bunch of spiritual guardians that defended a location and a vessel from attack quite a few years ago. It explains that there's a way to mollify the spirits should they arise in anger. And if you comply with their wishes, you can reap the rewards.
Does it give any details about how to soothe them?
It does not.
Can I would like to use my clairvoyance to ask that question.
Oh.
Okay, test me spirit, difficulty 12.
Fudge.
Do you just tell me if you rolled a 1? That's the only thing that matters.
No, just
Okay.
no.
All right. So you bop Beardy on the head and tell him to hang out for a minute, and you close your eyes again, and you commune with the spirits, and you ask your question, and you actually, instead of it just being, like nothing vague or nothing specific coming as an answer, you can hear shouting all around you. And when you open your eyes up, you can see just like the vague images of 3 skeletal pirate looking things fading from your view. Nobody else sees them, only you see them, but you get no information.
3 skeletal pirates, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell everyone what I saw.
Okay.
What do you all think that means?
Oh. I don't know. I want my tablet back.
Okay. You can have it back.
Thank you.
When she hands you your tablet back, your hat falls off.
I thought it already fell off.
Oh, I thought you picked it up after that again.
No.
Oh, you hadn't? Okay, no worries then. I was just going to randomly have it pop off your head in the middle of a fight and it'd just be TaskRabbit going flick, flick, flick.
Should we try and talk to him?
We can. Who are we talking to?
I don't know, whatever ghost she saw.
The three pirate spirit things.
Oh. Sure. Let's see if Kevin can talk to him. Kevin, do you want to make some new friends? Hey, I'm gonna hold up my meat cleaver and I'll be like, and then like I'll like nod it up and down, like it's saying yes. I'm like, oh, Kevin wants to meet these pirate skeleton people.
Okay. Nothing physically visible to anyone happens, but at all. Just Beardy standing there talking to his cleaver.
Pour a little rum on the ground for my captain homies.
Okay. You do hear a moaning, a low moaning. Like you can't tell if it's the wind or possibly spirits or something.
Have we made it upon the boat yet?
No, currently the boat is on like a little rock shelf. That's where
Oh.
the glyphs are inscribed around the base of the rock shelf. And there's a pool of water between you and it. Like, oh, it's only like, as you can see the bottom of it easily. It's only like 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep tops.
Oh,
I'm gonna go look at the boat. All the spiritual stuff is kind of like getting boring for me, so that's the direction I'm gonna head.
All right. So you're hopping across to have a look inside the boat, or are you going to get in the boat, or what?
I want to look inside. I don't want to immediately jump in there.
Okay. So you get up onto the rock plinth and you have a look over the hull of the boat. I'm not even sure. Paragua? I can't pronounce that. I don't know. We should have got Luke in here to do pronunciations for us. It's not a very large boat. It's 2 small mast. It can hold probably 6 or 8 people tops, and it can actually carry a little bit of cargo. It has a proper rudder on it. That sort of thing. You can see inside the boat that there is actually a little bit of damage to the interior of the hull. It doesn't look like it's what caused the boat to be stranded here by any stretch of the imagination. The sails look like they could use some minor repair work. But other than that, the boat looks like it might be seaworthy. There is a chest in the back of the boat that is locked and set up in the back, and it looks pristine. It doesn't look like it belongs on this boat. Like where everything else is covered in dust and old rot and whatnot, this doesn't look like it's been out of a shop for more than a day.
I would like to inspect the treasure a little more closely.
You'd have to get into the boat to do that.
I'm getting into the boat.
Okay. While you get into the boat, you approach the chest. As soon as you lay a hand on the chest for half a sec, those 3 spirits that TaskRabbit saw materialize arrayed behind the chest, looking at you, and you can hear the moaning from when the rum got poured on the ground, and all you hear is them, why?
I remove my hand from the chest.
The spirits remain, and when you back off, they move the exact same amount. So, like, if when you lean back 6 inches, they drift forward about 6 inches.
Guys, might have a problem here.
I mean, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
oh, look! Gunpowder made friends.
These aren't the friends I want.
I'll cast my spirit support on Gunpowder and also on Beardy because I can do 2 now.
Cool. Okay. So both of you are
Sorry,
going to have
Captain.
an extra -2 armor. You have the ghostly friend from before, the well-dressed ghostly friend, is around both of you. And one thing you do notice, TaskRabbit, is these 3 spirits are extremely well-dressed. They are in very fancy ceremonial robes.
Oh. Are they going to be friends with my spirits?
When your spirits pop up, they immediately recoil a little bit, but they quickly notice that they're not anything overt, so they don't react otherwise.
Can I try to use my undead bird to try to just give me any type of intel about these ghosts?
You can sure try, yeah.
Okay.
Test me difficulty 12 on spirit.
It's cockeyed. 18.
Okay, no worries. It works like a charm. So you can speak with animals, dead or alive, for D6 plus your spirit in rounds.
All right, so I'm going to talk to my undead bird and be like, hey, are there any rat ghosts or other animal ghosts or anything around here that can give me some information about these 3 well-dressed ghosts?
The bird takes its bony wing and wipes it across its brow, and it's like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've had anything to drink, and you're just pouring booze on the ground. What are you doing?
I got you. And I pull this again out, and I pour some rum.
It just gobbles at it, but of course it's just like, just like Pirates of the Caribbean, it just pours right through him. But the bird is just like, oh wow. Okay, all right, okay. I can answer questions now. What do you want, lady?
All right, what's up with these 3 ghosts?
It looks around, it sees the spirits, and then it hops off your shoulder and goes rummaging around the cave a bit, and it finds what looks like the empty shell of a crab. And it starts poking at it and talking to it in some sort of weird clicky speech that only crabs and birds can understand. And it turns around and it tells you, they came in here, they tried to hide their treasure. These poor buggers over here, the dead pirates against the wall, they tried to come in and take the treasure. They got attacked and whatever, I don't know, they got killed by something.
Ask the crab if he knows about a door with blood.
It clicks and clacks back at it again, and it turns around and just shakes its head like, it's got nothing. He lived and died here. Okay, so that'll be the end of your round for now.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing in the meantime?
I'm going to climb up onto the boat with gunpowder, and I guess TaskRabbit's probably still on my back, I'm guessing. I'm going to kind of come over to old gunpowder and kind of just back him up a little bit.
Okay.
Because I want to make some friends.
Okay. That's all you're doing though? You're not doing anything else?
No, I want to make friends.
Okay. So once you get up beside old gunpowder, one of the spirits drifts off sort of from the 2. So 2 of them are in front of old gunpowder. One of them drifts about a half a foot or 2 apart so that it's standing in front of you. But it doesn't say anything. It doesn't speak otherwise. TaskRabbit, what you going to do?
I'm going to point the severed hand towards the chest and have Beardy walk towards the chest.
Okay. You can do that on your next turn, Beardy. Gunpowder, what's you up to today? Or now, sorry, not today.
I'm kind of standing in defense with my boarding axe. Not really sure what to do. Who are you?
One of the spirits drifts a little bit closer to you, and it opens its mouth, and you can see when you look into its mouth, you can see almost across time sort of thing. Like It's not just an open mouth; it's some sort of maw kind of deal. But it opens its mouth and it leans in really close to you and it's like, why do you want it?
Who wouldn't?
It has no reply to that.
Want what? Want what?
Is it? Yeah, what is it?
It gestures at the ship in general.
The ship or the treasure?
We-
To live. I wanted to live. I want to get out of here and live.
I'm too young to die.
The spirit like drifts back a little bit, and its mouth closes a little, and you can see that as it closes its mouth, the maw kind of starts to go away too. Like it just ends up looking like a normal mouth again all of a sudden. And the spirits all look at each other, and they just remain silent, just observing what you're doing.
I'm gonna walk closer to the chest with the severed hand pointed out.
Okay. The same thing. The spirit drifts towards you, and it just like, why?
Task Rabbit, why?
With him this close to the spirit, your face is practically like looking down on its head, Task Rabbit.
I don't know why. I'm just along for the ride here. But I do want to do something if I can.
Sure. What do you want to do?
I have this perfect cube made of crystal, and I'd like to pull it out and see if the spirits have any response to it.
When you pull it out and put it in the palm of your hand, one of the spirits leans in and it gestures to the chest as if it wants you to put it on the chest.
And I do. I would do that.
Okay. So, Beardy, you're going to have to bend down real low for this.
Oh.
Beardy, let's go.
Oh.
So, TaskRabbit leans forward and puts this little crystal cube on top of the chest, and it immediately sinks through the chest and is lost from view.
No.
Oh, we were almost friends since I had the same cube, but now only I have a cube.
No.
Oh. That's cool.
I'm so angry. I jump off Beardy.
Do it again, TaskRabbit.
Try to open the chest.
Okay. When you go to open the chest and you grab the lock, the spirits all they back off into like all three of them part back about like 5 feet away from the chest, looking at the whole lot of you in the group, and they're like, "No, you can't. It's ours." And then we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, snap.
So D6 plus your agility. Okay, 6, 2,
3.
5, 3. All right, Beardy, you are first.
I'm going to take out Kevin, and Kevin's going to make friends with the treasure chest.
Oh, you're gonna whack the chest?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Do it.
No roll for that. Just roll straight damage. I'm not going to make you roll to hit a non-moving object.
What is the D6? No, it's a D4. So that's not very. But it hits for 4 damage.
Okay, the cleaver hits the chest, and the chest kind of vibrates when he hits it, which is weird. It takes a chunk out of the chest, just like a normal chest. But the chest vibrates visibly, like you can see echoes of it shivering back and forth. And the same echoes are mimicked in the spirits. All 3 spirits shiver, and they're all just kind of like, ah, for half a second.
Wait, what do they do again? Wait a second. Wait. What do they do? What?
I'm not.
Can you,
They,
what do they
Yeah, I
do?
didn't catch that. Can you do that
Yeah,
again?
we didn't
go,
catch that. All right.
This is
Just
I'm-
wanted to
I'm
make
not-
sure. Just
Yeah, this is not happening every time somebody hits this chest, just so you know.
no, it totally is. It totally is.
No. That's why
Everybody
there's no
better be
No.
they better be wailing on this chest for this
There's
combat.
there's not going to be another goat event here. Okay, so that's Beardy's turn. Old Gunpowder, your go.
After seeing that, I'm hitting the chest with my boarding
Okay.
axe.
Roll me your damage.
5.
All right, so another giant chunk comes flying out of the wood lid of the chest. It shivers again, and the spirits are all. "Ah!" And now it is their turn. So let's see. What do we got here? Okay, so the first one is going to reach out and try to touch Beardy. So give me your defense, agility, difficulty 12.
That's only an 8.
Okay, roll me d6.
Ooh, that's a 6.
That's how much damage you take.
Oh wait, but don't I have
reaches out.
something? I have something for armor too, right?
You have minus d2 from the spirit if you want. Roll,
Okay.
roll
Yeah.
your d2.
Nice.
And you're not wearing any other armor because you're wearing rags or not, I
Nope.
believe. Aren't you?
So that's only 5 points. Damage.
Okay, so where it touches you, you can feel your skin just burn, but it's not hot burn; it's cold burn. And when it pulls its hand away from your face, you have 3 long skeletal finger marks. What's a finger mark?
Finger
Finger
marks.
marks on the side of your cheek, and you can feel it just sizzling. And the next one is going to go for Old Gunpowder because he touched the chest. So difficulty 12 on your agility, plus 2 for your bonus now.
So 21 total.
You easily sidestep the spirit. It's got no chance of hitting you. He looks like a dancer on the deck. And we will go to TaskRabbit next.
I don't want to hit the chest. I want to try and open it.
Okay. It does have a lock on it, so you'll have to try and pick the lock if you want.
I would like to try and pick the lock.
Okay. What do we have for weapons?
I have a marlin spike and a it's a marlin spike or belaying pin.
Belaying pin. Okay. So we'll say you have the marlin spike for now. What are you going to use to try and pick the lock? It looks like it's like an old school, like old timey, like lock. So it has you have to put something in there to try and jimmy the lock.
I'd like to use the bone from the severed hand.
Oh, okay,
Pull
cool.
A bone,
All
pull a
right,
bone out of the severed hand.
That's not gruesome at all. So TaskRabbit reaches into the back of the hand and just literally you hear this like gross like as she pulls a finger right out, and the pointy finger just goes limp. Like,
Hate it when that happens.
Oh, man.
So you take the finger and you try to jimmy the lock. Roll me agility, difficulty 14.
15.
Okay. So you twist the finger around inside the lock a bit, and weirdly enough, it works just like a skeleton key almost. You hear a pop, the lock clicks open, you throw open the lid of the chest, and it is full of gold, silver, all sorts of little trinkets and doodads, and your little crystal cube is lying on top of it. And the third spirit is going to attack you for opening its chest. So roll me your agility, difficulty 12.
3.
Okay, roll me a d6.
4.
Do you have any armor?
Yeah, I have my spirit on. So
I thought you
Nice.
cast that on somebody else, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it was on gunpowder and me.
it protects me too.
No, it doesn't.
Watches over the souls of you and your allies.
That's just flavor text, actually. You can put it on yourself, but it technically only covers the people you cast it on.
Oh. Wow.
Wasted on Beardy.
You just saved poor Beardy, though. Your faithful steed. So that's going to be, that damage is going to go to you then.
So I take 4 damage.
Yeah. And the same thing, where it touches your skin, it grabs your hand, actually, because that's where you flip open the chest. And all around the exterior of your hand is just like singed flesh now. It and it hurts like hell. And we go
Yeah, I
to
got a
Captain.
spare hand.
Yeah, you got a spare now. Captain J?
Let's just clarify. I had not actually made it on the ship yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good captain, I trust my people
You're commanding from the rear.
to handle things. I would like to get on the ship and kind of skirt around and see if I see anything that looks like a door with blood on it or a red door or something that matches what I have on the map.
Okay. You do so, and there you can see there's another entry leading out of this cave further on, but there's no doorway in it. It is just an open cave. And that will be your round. So we will go back to the top and go back to old Beardy.
I'm going to jump off the ship and go back to the puddle of water.
Okay. So you leap
And
over
I'm-
the side and splash
Yeah.
down into the puddle.
So I just realized that I have a container that says that it's a bucket for 4 normal sized items.
Mhm.
I want to take a bucket of that water of the pool of water.
Okay, so Beardy's going for a drink, everyone. So you jump over the edge, grab your bucket off your side, scrape up a big bucket full of water. What you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna go back onto the ship and like douse I'm either gonna douse the spirits, which I don't think is gonna work, or I'm gonna douse. You said there's 3 pirate
There are 3
bodies on the.
spirits. Yep.
What about the corpses on the on?
Oh, there's 4 corpses along the wall.
Oh, but there's only 3 corpses. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw some water at the spirits.
Okay. Roll me agility, difficulty 12.
Oh, that's a natural 20 right there.
All right. You have never before in your lives seen a bucket of water so expertly thrown at a spirit, as specific as that might sound. It literally goes through all 3 of them. He manages to get all 3 of them in the one spray of water, and
Yeah.
it passes harmlessly through them.
Nice, nice.
You forgot
But boy,
to
did it
blast
ever
the
look
water.
cool. It looked spectacular.
I
this is
basically, I like take the bucket and like I spin like like if you're gonna do like a shot put or something, and I like spin around, and then finally I like swing it and it like does that perfect wave of water, and
Yep.
it goes poof, 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 right
is
through each
some-
3, and then it
something you can
splashes
talk about
against
for
the
years.
Yeah. and like it was like some sort of hidden talent that I've had all my life that I've never used.
Yes.
That I could have probably gone pro as like a water thrower, like if that was a profession, and it just splashes against the cave of the wall.
Little
Beardy,
known fact:
water
Beardy's full title on board ship is Beardy the Bailer.
Yeah.
'Cause he can bail like it's nobody's business. He jumps out of boats. He throws water off of boats. He's amazing. If you want it off a boat, he's your man. All right.
You threw
So-
himself off a boat earlier. That's how good he is.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. If you need something off a boat, him, the water, anything, just tell Beardy.
Yep.
All right. Gunpowder, it's your turn.
Gonna swing my boarding axe at the closest
The closest spirit.
spirit, I suppose.
All right. That's going to be strength, difficulty 12.
That's a 7. That's not going to do much.
That is not. You swing at it and it passes harmlessly through some of its vestments. You can see it is damaging the vestments though, so they're not entirely spirit. So you do actually tear some of the vestments. TaskRabbit feels a twinge of pain for the damage to the fine clothing, but it doesn't actually hurt you, TaskRabbit.
So
yeah,
it
I
didn't
know.
even, like,
Hey, Beardy, the water does nothing, but the axe
didn't even like make their clothes wet or anything.
Nope, it passed right through them like they weren't even there.
This
They
is
didn't even
this
notice it.
crap.
This is, yeah, I know it's some BS, isn't it? All right, TaskRabbit, your turn.
I would like to take my cube out of the chest and any jewels. If there's jewels in the chest, I'd like to take those as well.
You're specifically going to pick around for jewels?
I'm just gonna yes.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear. That's all. So you start picking through the chest, no, yes, no, yes, no. You're tossing coins aside and little weird. There's a little goblet that goes flying out of the chest. The spirits are visibly enraged by what you're doing. They're just like, kind of thing. But you do manage to pocket a few extra jewels. We'll deal with that after the battle, of course. And it is the spirit's turn. So Beardy, roll me your defense again. One of the spirits is lunging at you for throwing water at it, even though it was harmless. Nope. Okay,
That's
so
a
roll
fail.
me a d6, and then roll your d2 for damage reduction.
So that's 3. That's 2. So 2 damage.
Okay, so it grabs you by the face like it's going to lean in and kiss you somehow. So you have even more little like marks like this all across your face. And then it makes to throw you back, but because it's a spirit, its hands kind of just push through you, kind of. The next one is going to go for old gunpowder again. So difficulty 12 on your defense, +2 for your agility bonus now.
Dirty 20.
Oh, wow. You are literally dancing around the deck of this ship. You're just pirouetting around things and under things and over things. Literally nothing could touch you. Even Beardy throwing water would not hit you. So this spirit is just chasing him around, like enraged, like just incensed. It's just like back and forth. It just can't seem to lay hands on him. And the other one is going to go for TaskRabbit because TaskRabbit is rummaging through their stuff. So difficulty 12 on your agility for defense.
21.
Oh, wow.
21.
Okay. You notice it out of the corner of your eye at the very last second. You see it lunging towards you. Its hands actually pass through the chest, reaching for you, thinking it was going to catch you by surprise. And you just kind of lean back and you wave a gem in its face and tuck it in your pocket and step aside. And that is all 3 of the spirits. So Captain J, your turn.
All right. I look down the other cave. Like
Doug's
longing.
computer froze.
I was frozen.
Oh.
Okay, he can still hear us. Okay, so continue.
I make
Hopefully
fun
the
of Beardy
StreamYard doesn't
because
crash.
He's frozen. He can't
Yeah,
do it.
make fun of Beardy because he's not moving. He's just sitting there like a doopy.
Yeah. So I'd like to look down the cave and make the decision on whether I want to abandon these people or stay.
They're your friends, not these people. Even the bird, even the skeletal bird is like, excuse you?
It's just a moment. I said, fine. All right. So then I would like to make my way onto the ship.
Okay. Are you going to try to attack anything or are you just going to get on board?
Yeah, I would like to use my torch to try and one of the ghosts.
For sure, yeah. Roll me your strength, difficulty 12.
12.
That is a hit. What does a torch do for damage? He says questioningly. I don't know. Well, let's call it a D3. We'll call it a D3 damage.
Okay.
It's not a
Oh, that's sorry.
It's a D5.
Oh, you're trying to cheat the system?
No, I'm playing with my DCC dice, and so
Oh, you actually have a D5.
yeah, I rolled a 2.
All right. So the fire hits it and it sizzles up from the inside and you can see it just writhing. It's just like, it does seem to affect it a little bit more. It still only does 3 points of damage. And that is it for your turn. So that would take us back to Beardy. But we are going to say that he is...
He says that he'll swing on the spirits with Kevin.
Oh, okay. Do you want to roll for him, Michelle? Just roll me a D12. Or D20, sorry. And we'll add 3. I don't even know what his strength bonus is right now. All right, so that's a hit. So roll me D4.
2.
All right. So that spirit, Beardy just takes his bucket and he like smacks it into the spirit, knowing it won't do anything. But then he follows it up immediately with Kevin, and Kevin hacks a big old chunk out of his shoulder, and that spirit just immediately, you can see it just arches its back and just, and then it just fades away. So you've managed to slay one, and Beardy's back. Yay.
Beardy's like, that was my plan the whole time.
Distract with the bucket, kill with Kevin. All right, so that is Beardy's turn. We will go to Old Gunpowder. Two spirits alive. Dancing man.
In my Oh man. All right. In my impulsive self, because I feel like it's time, I take my iron grenade,
Oh,
light it on my pipe, drop it on Spirit, run, and yelling, gunpowder! To let them know that I'm dropping gunpowder. They should know by now.
Okay. All right. So you're going to just drop it at the feet of this. Well, I'm going to make you make an agility roll, difficulty 12, just to make sure you get it on target.
13.
Okay. So you light it just all nonchalantly because you've been dancing around like a badass. And you just kind of casually toss it, and it rolls immediately right up to the foot of the spirit that was attacking you. Let's see. Everybody test me agility difficulty 12 just for the sake of doing it, and let me know how you do.
Hoping that the warning was enough to help them out.
Beardy's good. TaskRabbit is good. Captain J.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. So roll me 3d6
Devil's
damage.
luck. I'm gonna use my devil's luck.
Oh, you're gonna okay, you want to re-roll it? Go ahead.
Yes.
Pull a card too.
You're gonna get to pull a card.
Yep.
Okay. And that is no help.
There's no help whatsoever.
So
The devil's luck abandons you.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
I apologize.
What did you roll for damage?
17.
Okay, so Beardy ducks down behind the chest, actually, and shrapnel flying everywhere. He hears 2 big chunks of it impact the lid of the chest, rocks the entire chest, even though it's full of gold and made of steel and wood, rocks it back, and then it clicks back forward again. TaskRabbit is literally turned sideways. The mast takes like 5 pieces of metal from the grenade, like dunk, 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 all up the side of it. TaskRabbit looks around the side, and it, like if you hadn't had a mast in the way, you would be minced by this metal. And Captain J is going to take 8 points of damage. Do you have any armor? You don't have any armor? How many hit points do you have, Captain J?
9.
Okay, so 2 big chunks of shrapnel hit Captain J, knock her back on her butt. She hits the deck of the boat, and it's just like, oh, it's a disaster looking. Like her outfit is just destroyed. And
I should have gone down the
realize you
tunnel and said,
should
F
not
these
have got
people.
that whole commanding from the rear thing biting you in the butt now because you chose not to do it.
Blame your parrot.
However, both of the other spirits are immediately obliterated by this blast. They just like literally just get shredded into pieces, and all you hear of them is them fading out. It's just like, ah, and then they're just gone. And that is the end of the battle. Thankfully, there's no bleed damage from that grenade. So when you're done in the aftermath, there's shrapnel from the grenade everywhere. Old gunpowder's dancing around, not being hit by anything like he usually is. Captain J looks like she's 1 step away from Davy Jones.
I want to run up to the chest and act like I'm super worried about Beardy, and then be like, just kidding, and grab some treasure out of it.
I'm helping the captain.
I'm being drugged towards the chest because I don't want to be a captain with people no more. I'm going back to having a dinghy and being a captain of myself.
This is why you have trust issues.
This is why I have trust issues.
Your undead parrot is crawling around on your shoulder as you fall forward.
I've given my undead parrot a command. X is currently over by freaking gunpowder and just pecking at the side of their head occasionally.
Bink, bink, bink. All right. So in the aftermath of this, you have a chest full of treasure amounting to 550 silver pieces worth of gems and other various gold and jewelry, which is going to, actually, you know what? We're going to call it 450 because TaskRabbit's just been chucking the stuff she doesn't want. So it's all over the place. So if you want to stop and search for a while, you might find it all.
I'd like to say that 250 of that is the captain's cut, also for emotional damage, physical damage,
Mostly
gunpowder
physical.
damage.
We're alive, aren't we?
My portion is going to be more heavily weighted because I've already been stealing it. So
Yeah, we'll sort out yours at the
And
end.
I'm like,
when we
look, Beardy, you get a gold piece, and Kevin
Oh.
gets a gold piece.
Oh,
get... It's
thank you.
shiny.
Oh, you're so pretty. I'll put them in my pockets.
All right. So, what do you plan to do now that you have vanquished the spirits? You already know from, well, Captain J is aware that there is another cave entry, which you will all see relatively quickly just from roaming around the room. There is another option to go deeper if you would like.
I feel like we should pause and make sure that our captain is not going to die.
I pull my flask out. I chug a bunch of my rum. I off of one of the dead pirates. I rip one of their shirts off and bandage myself up.
Okay. How much time do you want to spend in this cave?
Long enough for me to drink all the rum and not feel the pain of my wounds.
Okay.
20 minutes?
Okay. It has to be at least 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're just going to bandage your wounds, start chugging rum to ignore all the pain and everything like that. So you're going to test me toughness, difficulty rating 8 plus 1, so 9.
18.
All right. You heal D4 hit points.
Yes.
And for the next hour, your agility is
4.
-1. Okay. So you get 4 hit points back, but you are also -1 agility temporarily. And you have no rum left. She has drunk all of the rum.
I also flip off old gunpowder a couple times. I'm a little
Oh,
salty. I am as salty as these caves. I just
Captain
want that
Salty
to be known.
J. Okay. And there is quite a bit of salt in these caves.
Yeah,
You can actually
I'm
almost
saltier.
taste it on the air, actually. There's so much salt on the walls in this cave. All right. So Captain J is a little bit feeling better. Old gunpowder's down a grenade. TaskRabbit has a pocket full of jewels. Beardy's got his gold coins. And a newly discovered
Kevin.
skill. And Kevin. And a newly discovered skill for throwing water. Are you ready to
What's
continue?
down there? Yes.
Okay. So you move further into the caves. You can feel, TaskRabbit feels it before anyone else, but you can feel a hum in the back of your head. It's the same kind of energy feeling that you get when you do anything sorcerous. So whenever you engage your sorcerer's powers, you can feel like a static electrical charge all the time. It's one of the reasons why you enjoy being a sorcerer, actually, is because that feeling is very empowering, even on its own, with nothing else attached to it. But the further you go down this hallway, the more powerful it feels, until you finally get to a large stone door. It's 10 feet high, 12 feet wide, so as wide as Beardy laying down. And it's covered in glyphs, and it has a large basin in front of it, dug into the floor. It's 6 foot wide, so it's almost like a small pool, actually. And that is what you see. If it was full of water, yes.
Beardy, pull out the thing you got, the tablet.
Oh, yeah, let me hear. Oh, here it is. Now
Does it
what?
match? Is it the same? Are the glyphs the same?
These glyphs do not match the ones on his tablet. They're similar in style, but they don't relate to the glyphs on the door.
Maybe my book matches.
You can try to look through your book again if you want. Yeah.
Let's look through my book and see if anything matches.
All right. Test me spirits, difficult spirits. Why can talk no I? Test me spirit, difficulty 12.
Channel Yoda.
What the heck, dude? Wow. 7.
I think we're gonna have to get.
I have a +4 on my spirit, you guys, and I have lost every single time.
Is there anything on my revolver match that? The one that I found? The flintlock?
You pull out the rune-covered revolver, rune-covered flintlock pistol, not a revolver. There are runes, and it's similar to Beardy's tablet. They're of the same vein, but nothing like specific to this door.
I searched the door for any like hidden things in the glyphs.
Test me presence, difficulty 12.
13, 14.
Okay. You don't find anything in particular that is a latch or a lever or anything like that. But in your progress of feeling around, you do take out quite a bit of moss and leaves and other detritus that was built up on the glyphs over the years. So TaskRabbit, give me another spirit or presence test or spirit test. Sorry, difficulty 10 this time. Oh boy. There's going to be some violence here today.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
All right. You do recognize a couple of the glyphs, but not enough to really get a grip on what they all say, unless you want to literally, like, you know that if you're given enough time with this, if you want to sit down and study these for a good long while, you can eventually figure these out. It's just not coming to you immediately.
I would like to use one of my clairvoyance to try and understand the door,
Okay.
how to get through it.
Okay. Test me difficulty 12.
Okay.
Sooner or later, this is going to work. But not now.
11.
Okay, so you commune with the spirits for a little while, and you like, what specifically do you want to ask?
How to get through the door?
How's luck?
Okay, so you commune with the spirits, and you're concentrating on the solution to the door, and weirdly, at the same time, while you're doing this, Captain J pulls out the map that you guys had before. That has the phrase, only those with a heart of the sea may pass the doors of blood. And it falls to the ground in front of you. So when you open your eyes, that's what you see.
Super helpful.
So the spirits are basically just like, lady, it's right here.
Uh-huh.
Sea. What is the heart of the sea? It's not tuna. That's the fish of the sea. Chicken of the sea.
The pool of water that's in front.
Mhm. Yes.
I take a big drink of it.
Okay, it is terribly salty seawater. It doesn't do you any harm, but it certainly doesn't taste good because it's pretty stagnant.
And then I try to go towards the door, like touch the door.
Okay. It does nothing that you can
Dang
note.
it. All right, I'm out of ideas. I'm also out of grenades, so.
I'd like to suggest that Kevin try to open the door.
Kevin. Kevin, open door. Door. Kevin, do you want to open door? Oh, Kevin wants to open door. So I'll go over and whack the door with Kevin.
Okay. The cleaver hits the door and you hear this high-pitched tone, and the that static feeling that you felt coming into this room, TaskRabbit, spikes like tenfold, and actually is almost painful. Like it's almost like that kind of like an ice cream headache kind of thing. It lasts for a few seconds and then it dissipates. But the door itself is undamaged, and Beardy is left looking at Kevin going, "You failed me."
Kevin, you didn't do your job. You get time out.
The lock on the door, does it just look like a standard lock, or does it look like...
There is actually no lock on the door. It's just you know it's a door because there's a split down the middle, but it's just covered in glyphs. There's no handle, there's no knob, there's no keyhole that you can see of any sort.
I would like to cut my hand and place it where it looks like
D4, otherwise you'd be dead now.
For cutting my hand?
Well, it's 1 point of damage. You only had 1 point left.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Captain J cuts her hand and falls down dead.
On you right now.
All right, so you cut your hand and you step forward to touch the door. And what you don't notice, because you're focused on putting your hand on the door, is while you're walking up towards the door, you're going around the pool, and a couple of drops of your blood hit the pool, and instantly the pool turns bright red. So you think, in your mind, that you touched this door and it went pop and opened like sesame. So you put your palm on the door and you mix some blood onto it, and the door immediately slides open.
I am the captain of the world.
I was so close.
Oh no, Kevin gets partial credit. He loosened it for you.
Good job, Kevin.
The hallway behind this doorway is actually carved out of the stone. It's not a cave any longer. It's actually structured stone. So it's an actual stone hallway. It extends about 50, 60 feet. At the end of the hallway, there's a set of stairs that lead upwards. And on the right-hand side, there is a doorway. There's no door, and it's just a doorway.
Up or down?
You're the captain. Tell us.
Beardy, do your Kevin thing. Direct us.
Wait, let me get on Beardy's back again really quick. I'm really, really exhausted.
I'll like kneel down so that TaskRabbit can get on.
You're fortunate that this hallway is 10 feet tall, because otherwise you'd be whacking her head on the roof of this.
That would be hilarious. Please let it slope down at certain
running down the hall, and TaskRabbit's just having her whole forehead scraped off as she goes. Like,
running down that hall. TaskRabbit's hitting her head.
Okay, so TaskRabbit scrambles up on Beardy. And Beardy, what you doing?
Beardy will take out Kevin and be like, Kevin, you're the line leader now. Let's go.
You're just going to walk down the hall?
I'm going to hold my meat cleaver named Kevin out and kind of almost
like it's a talisman against evil.
Yeah, exactly. Just to make sure that it's
the power of Kevin compels you. The power of Kevin compels you. All right, so you go walking down the hallway, and you reach the point where it splits off into the stairway that goes up into another room, and the other side is to the right of you. To the right, you can see there's a pool of water. There's a small stone, almost like a pier. It extends out about 10 feet into the room, and then it's just a pool of dark water. On the far wall is another set of hieroglyphs that lead from ceiling all the way down to the level of the water. You can't see in to the depths of the water because there's no exterior light available in this room. And the stairway leading up into the room on the left-hand side, it looks like just a very large open chamber. You can't really see much more from down here. You'd have to go up and look.
Are there any like loose stones on the ground, like little pebbles and rocks and whatnot?
Oodles.
I would like to try and skip one across that water.
Okay. It's not at all difficult. You're familiar with this, being a pirate. You skip rocks in your spare time all the time. It goes skipping across. It goes all the way to the far side of the room. It's about 25 feet across. Clicks against the hieroglyphs, and you see it sink down into the water. You lose sight of it very quickly, though, because the water's so dark past a few inches down. It doesn't appear to be untowardly dark. It's just dark because it's a dark room.
Anything happen on the water?
No, nothing responds, just ripples that slowly fade away. Do you want to try and translate the glyphs because you're staring at them?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me your spirit, difficulty 12.
I can't read so good.
Okay. Anybody else? What are you doing?
I would try to translate.
Okay. You direct Beardy with your severed hand, and he crouches low enough to get you into the room so you can see. Same thing. Test me spirit, difficulty 12.
Okay. 22.
Nice. Okay. The glyphs actually tell of a dynasty of rulers that ruled for 1,000 years, an extensive island kingdom, and a dark power that rose from the sea that ended up defeating them.
The sea. Sorry.
And you can tell the way the pictograms on the wall are arranged, it's actually indicating there is something beneath the water. It may be a metaphor. It might be something. You never know.
I knew it, so I threw a rock. Needs to be careful.
And what else are you going to do?
I'm going to turn around and go towards the stairs, towards the open chamber.
Okay. Are you going to walk up the stairs?
With TaskRabbit on my back? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, she kind of doesn't have a choice, dude. You're carrying her.
I know. Yeah, I totally do that.
Okay. So in this room, as you get to the top of the stairs, you see what is. Do you have the graphic that I gave you with all of the skulls?
Mm,
I don't remember if I gave you that graphic or not.
I don't think so. No, I don't see one.
Okay. So you walk up into that room, and as you get to the top of the stairs, you can see that the room itself is covered in tapestries. Each tapestry has a different skull, a different animal skull head on it. One is a stag, one is a cat, like a jaguar kind of thing. One is a rodent, one is a pig, one is a raptor, but that's actually a bird, not a velociraptor. One is a snake, another one is an ape, and there is one large skull in the middle of all of them together. But that is all you can see is the tapestries. You'd have to go further into the room if you want to see more.
Oh, pretty tapestries. That's a big word.
Each of the tapestries, the reason why you can see the tapestries is each of them is lit by a hanging brazier.
And those are lit?
Yeah, they're lit, actually. The whole room is lit.
That's not creepy at all. I push Beardy forward.
Oh.
Okay. There's a large statue in the corner. It's a gigantic, like solid mass of something. You can't even really tell. It could be anything. But as Beardy stumbles into the room, it rises up, and you can see that it's actually the body of a snake, and the head of it is actually arrayed around the central mass is all of the skulls that I just read to you from the tapestries, and it looks like this.
Oh.
There you go. That's the graphic right there. That is Tito Tonton, and it animates and is going to attack you. It has bat wings. It has there's 7 clay skulls around its form, and it speaks in 7 different voices, which I will not be doing because I don't know 7 different voices to use for this.
I'm pretty sure you do, Jason.
I could probably do it. Anyway, roll me initiative, Beardy.
That is a 6.
Okay, 6 for Beardy. Who's next? A 6 for old gunpowder, and I can't see the rest of your hand. You got a 7. Okay. And TaskRabbit has a 3. Okay. So, Captain J, despite the fact that you shoved Beardy into the room, you are the one who reacts first.
Oh, I'm gone. Actually, when you guys turn around, there is no more Captain J. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no, I thought for sure that was...
You hear a splash, and she's in the pool in the water in the other room.
Yeah, gone. Absolutely gone. No, I would like to try to use my undead bird to talk to the undead heads to be like, hold up, let's talk about this.
Well, all of the undead heads are actually attached to one creature. But the bird takes one look at the creatures, and it's just like, no, I'm out, and it scampers back around behind your neck and just like peeks out from the side, like nope.
I picture like Iago from Aladdin.
Yeah, basically, yeah, they were basically, yeah.
Like, oh
okay.
No!
Who has a better agility between Beardy and old gunpowder? Who has a better agility score?
0.
I have 1.
You have 1? Okay, so you're going next, Beardy.
I'm going to take Kevin out and start smashing one of the skulls on the thing.
So you rush across the room and you attack it. So you are going to... Let's see. Okay. You hit it with Kevin. Roll me your damage, D4.
Oh, wow. That's an automatic hit?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 2.
Okay. Where you hit with Kevin, it glances off the clay and doesn't even leave a scratch.
Oh. Kevin, do better next time.
And then it rears up on its big old snake body because it's going next, because it has the same agility as Beardy. So it rears up on its snake body and it leans down with the boar head and it's like, you are going to die here. And then it reaches up and it's got two hands. One has a giant fruitwood macana. It's basically a Mesoamerican sword, kind of like a carved sword weapon. And it is going to try and attack you. So you're going to roll me defense, agility 12, please.
Oh yeah, 13.
All right. You narrowly avoid it. It hits the ground with a great big thunderous crash, and Beardy steps aside, more agile than he's ever been in his life. And that is its attack round. So we're going to move on to Old Gunpowder. It's your turn.
All right. I think the only thing I could do at this point is swing my boarding axe at it.
All right.
So rush up and swang. And that's a 16.
All right, that is a hit. Roll me your damage.
5.
It has the same effect that Beardy's cleaver had. It hits. It looks like it should have bit deep and taken a large chunk out of it, but it just glances off. There's something is protecting this creature.
Oh no.
And that is going to take us to TaskRabbit. It was terrifyingly close to a very large snake creature with 7 animal skulls.
Pretty sure I was still on Beardy's back.
Yes, that's what I mean. You're terrifyingly close. It's towering over Beardy, and you're at skull level with it, so you can see like right.
I would
you're looking
like
in eye
to-
sockets.
I would like to try and get my marlin spike up like in its mouth or under its jaw.
Go for it. Roll me strength, difficulty 12.
Oh, that's a 1.
No.
Oh, okay, that's a fumblerino.
That's a minus.
Did you roll a 1 or did you just total 1?
I rolled a 1, and it would be -2 from that, so that's a minus.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me 1d6 and tell me what you roll.
I'd rather not. 5.
Okay, you reach up to try and ram it up into the skull, almost like as if you were going to go for its throat underneath its chin, kind of thing. And in your haste to ram it up there, you forget to hold on to the other end of it. So you let go of the pike. It goes right up through the skull, right over the top of Tito Tauntaun, and lands behind him. So if it was actually a creature you could have killed like that, it would have looked spectacular. But unfortunately, not so much. All right.
Well, we figured out you can't kill it by hitting it in the head. So
yeah,
that's
you're
good.
discovering lots of ways not to kill it. Yes.
We're
Okay.
learning.
Back to Captain J. It's your turn.
All right, so I've seen X be like, and I've seen them take swings at it, which would,
To no effect. Yeah.
yeah. I would like to run up on one of the tapestries in the room and set it on fire with my torch.
Okay. So which one are you going to do? You can roll me a D8 if you want. If you want to randomize it.
Yeah, let's randomize it.
Okay.
3.
All right, so you run over to the rodent and you stick your torch into it, and it starts to smolder and catch fire, and then it just the fire races across the tapestry as if it was extremely old and flammable, and it just basically consumes the image of the rodent in it, and correspondingly on Tito Tauntaun, the rodent skull just cracks and falls off, and you hear like a jittering noise as it hits the ground, and that is your turn. So that takes us to Beardy.
Does Beardy see that?
You would see the skull collapse. You would not have seen Captain J burning the tapestry, though. You're too focused on the giant 15-foot clay monster in front of you.
I will kind of try. So I will run away from this monster because I don't want it to get TaskRabbit.
Okay.
And I saw like it took TaskRabbit's weapon, and I noticed that Kevin didn't really have any effect on it. So I think at this point, my instinct is to turn around and run away from it.
Okay. So you turn around, you bolt back across the room. You'll get as far as the doorway where the stairs are.
Okay.
And Tito Tauntaun is going to pursue because it is his turn next. So he's going to try and chase you down. You're going to roll me defense difficulty 12.
Ooh, that's a nat 20, baby.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a ledge by the door that you have to jump up on to get to the stairs. So while you're running, it is literally surging after you. Its big snake body slithering quickly behind you, and you can hear all the heads just hollering at you as one big voice, like, "You cannot leave! You are going to die here!" And it's like sort of like the old Star Trek thing where when the kids are like, "Die, die, die," kind of thing. It's just echoing in your head. When you jump up onto that ledge, you feel the air of that club, that what the heck is it called again? A Makana, swinging past underneath your feet. Like if you had not jumped at that moment, it would have taken you out at the knees, and you probably would have gone like down on your butt. But you rolled well, and you jump up just at the last minute, and you hit the landing. You turn around, and you're just like kind of thing over your shoulder, looking at it. TaskRabbit is like, oh. But that is your turn, and that is its turn. So now it goes to Old Gunpowder.
All right, so I'm going to run after this thing, and my goal, since obviously my boarding axe is not doing any damage to it, I'm going to jump for the arm that has the sword
The
to
Makana,
try
yeah.
and basically grapple it to keep it from swinging anymore.
Okay,
So
roll
we're going
me.
grapple move.
We'll call that an agility difficulty 12.
Okay.
It's not trying to avoid you, so I'll give you difficulty 12.
14.
Okay, so you leap up and you grab onto it, and its arm immediately drops because it can't carry the whole weight of you attached to it, of course. So it drops to the ground. It doesn't lose the weapon, but it does. You've kind of got it like dragged towards the ground. And that is your turn. So we are going to go to TaskRabbit.
Did we like jump and stay? Can I see the tapestries now that are on fire?
Well, you can see you can see the remains of the one that Captain J just burned. Yeah.
Oh,
You would have to get off of Beardy to get to another one if you want to. You can't reach them from where you are.
ugh,
Beardy's at the doorway, and there's no tapestry in the doorway.
that is so much work.
Living is so much work.
Hopping off of somebody's back, it's so time consuming.
That's a lot. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm really lazy.
I kind of picked up on that.
What?
She's like smacking him on the head, like, "What are you doing? You're going the wrong direction."
Yeah, I actually would like to do that, but with the severed hand. Just
So Beardy,
Beardy on
you
the
feel
head.
this. You feel this. Well, there's four good fingers, and the other fingers just like. Plit, 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 plit.
I just wanted to like accidentally pick Beardy's nose as she's like smacking him with it. It's just like a full.
Like sticking her finger in his ear, kind of thing.
Oh,
Oh, I've been
Betty
doing
and
that the
Wet
whole
Willy?
time. I've been playing pranks on Beardy the whole time with the severed hand. You guys
Are you
don't
gonna?
even-
Are you? Is that all you're gonna do? Is just be irritated at Beardy?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be your turn. Okay, so we're going to go back to Captain J. It's your turn again, Captain J.
all right. The first thing I would like to do is scream at all of them. The tapestries, you idiots! The tapestries! And then whatever the closest tapestry is to me, I would like to try and set it on fire.
Okay, that's going to be your whole turn. Roll me another D8.
1.
This one appears to be a stag. So you light that one on fire, and it starts to crinkle and groan, and then it bursts into flames. And same as before, the corresponding skull on Tito Tauntaun cracks and fractures. But this time, Tito Tauntaun's head swivels towards you.
Just like you'd all hear an oh. Say that on the channel.
Okay, so that head falls off, and the corresponding head falls off of Tito Tauntaun. And we go back to Beardy.
Beardy will run to the nearest tapestry, and
With TaskRabbit smacking his head the whole time.
And I will try to. I will grab the. I don't think I have a. I don't think I have any fire, but I have. You said that there's like a.
There's a brazier next to each one.
Brazier, yeah. So I'm going to take that brazier and light it on fire.
Okay, roll me agility, difficulty 12. Just see if you burn yourself in the process.
That's a 5.
Okay, roll me D2.
That's a 1.
Okay, so you take 1 point of damage because you grab the hot end of the brazier. It's full of coals. But you tip it up and it hits the brazier. Roll me a d8 to see which head you get.
That's a 1.
That is going to be the feline. So you see this cat skull, and the flames consume this cat skull, and you hear this high-pitched shriek of a cat in pain, kind of thing, and it cracks, and the skull falls away, and that is let's see, that's your turn done, and that goes to Tito Tauntaun, whose attention is now focused on Captain J because she's breaking all of the skulls. So it is going to come across towards you. Roll me a d6, Doug, real quick. 1 to 3, you're going to be close to her. 4 to 6, you're not.
That's a 5.
Okay, so you are not close enough to Captain J to have a problem with this. So it comes across the room, dragging old gunpowder by its limp arm, but its other arm comes out from behind it, and it has a 3-headed flail on it, and it is going to take a swing at Captain J. So you're going to test me. You're going to test me defense, difficulty 12, your agility.
I tried to help.
Ooh, dirty 23.
Dirty 23. Okay. So all 3 heads of the flail come clacking around over your head, and you're so busy on the tapestry, you don't even notice that this thing has come up behind you. And while the thing is burning, the heads of this flail come over top of you, and they grab the rest of the remaining part of the tapestry off the like the hanger, the bracket that it's attached to, grabs out and just snaps it off the wall, and it goes flying. So you look back over your shoulder in time to see this like 5-skulled, 15-foot piece of clay snake swinging at you. But it misses, so lucky you. And then we go to old gunpowder.
Can't touch this.
All right. At this point, if I'm attached to his arm,
You can't really fight him unless you want to let go of the arm.
Well, so I mean, my goal really is just to like kick at whatever weapon is still in the hand that I'm attached to try and like.
You want to try and disarm him?
Yeah, I would try to disarm him with holding on to my arms, using my feet
Okay.
to try and kick the weapon out of his hands, if that's even possible.
Okay, we're going to do opposed rolls for that. Beardy, roll me a d20. And same with you, old gunpowder.
17.
11.
Okay, so you manage to pry its clay fingers loose, and the Makana falls to the floor.
Yes.
And that is going to be your round because that's a complicated action. And it's roaring at you the whole time in like a variety of animal voices. And when its weapon falls to the floor, it's going to bring the flail up as if it's going to strike you next with it. But it can't do that because it's not its turn. And we're going to go to TaskRabbit. It is your turn now. You are now at a tapestry that's on fire.
I would like to.
Bird-handed Beardy.
Did I see what happened with gunpowder?
You saw that it managed to disarm the creature, yeah. Now that you all know what's going on, you're constantly looking at the creature and then the tapestries.
Okay. I would like to jump down and go get the weapon that he dropped.
All right.
Since he's so focused on gunpowder right now, I'm just going to...
He is indeed. You get over there and...
grab it.
Yeah, you can grab onto it, yep. You going to do anything with it, or you're just going to grab it?
No, I just want to have it for a weapon because I don't have one.
It is quite large. It's probably about 4 feet long. So it's gonna. If you want to swing it, you're gonna have to use both hands.
Oh, so, I can't keep it. Okay.
You can certainly use it as a weapon. It's just it's a 2-handed weapon for you. It's a 1-handed weapon for it because it's 15 feet tall. But anyway, you have a hold of this Makana, and it is going to have to fight you for it if it wants it back. So that will be your turn. So we'll go back to Captain J again, who now is like nose to skull with a very angry Mesoamerican god. Or, well, avatar.
I would like to run to the tapestry that is furthest from him and set that one on fire.
Okay. I'm going to say that that's going to take your whole round because it's a large chamber. Roll me agility when you get there because you're going to try to do it hastily. Difficulty 12.
21. Dirty
okay.
21.
So you run over there, and when you get there, you saw what happened to Beardy when he tried to lift one up. So you turn as you get there, and you give it a great big wide circle kick, and the brazier goes flying up, and the coals hit the tapestry itself. Roll me a d8.
4.
Okay. So there's a giant boar head with tusks sticking out of it at the very bottom of the skull, or at the very bottom of the arrangement, and it cracks and falls off. And Tito Tauntaun screams across the chamber like, "You will not succeed!"
And I say,
And-
Hakuna Matata, bitch. Oh, sorry, dog.
It's not my fault this time.
Okay, Beardy, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to the next
Captain
tapestry.
J is speaking in tongues. You've never heard the term Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. I'm gonna run over to the next tapestry and light it on fire.
Same thing. You're going to try and I won't make you roll for it this time because you figured out that fire burn. Ouch.
Fire hurt.
Yeah. So you do the same thing as Captain J. You step over to the next one and you kick it. So roll me a d8.
8.
Okay, that's the raptor one. So you hear it's like a caw. Skull breaks off. It's a tiny little skull, so it's a tiny little noise.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The skull cracks and falls off. So there's only, let's see, you have the primate, the serpent, and that's it. So you only have 2 skulls left. So Tito Tauntaun is looking the worse for wear now. And it is its turn. So it is going to turn and, Michelle, roll me a d6. We're going to decide who it's going to attack.
4.
That's going to be old gunpowder. Roll me your defense, old gunpowder. It's pissed that you took its weapon away and more annoyed that that TaskRabbit stole the thing.
So 18.
All right. So it picked poorly. So it brings the flail around and it just slams it on the ground. Oh, actually, that's right. You're going to have to test me defense as well, TaskRabbit, because you're close to him. Because the flail has 3 heads and it can hit an area effective people. And you're close to it right now.
So what am I rolling?
Difficulty 12 on your agility.
12.
Oh, perfect. So old gunpowder dodges one of the heads of the flail easily, and you dodge it as well. Actually, we'll say that you use the Makana to block it, actually, to add insult to injury to Tito Tauntaun. So while you're holding it like you've got one hand or both hands on it, or wherever you're trying to drag it away, and the flail comes around and cracks into the side of the Makana and bounces off instead of hitting you. And that's going to take us to old gunpowder's turn.
I'm holding on for dear life at this point. I suppose so. There's can I dismount and go towards one of the other tapestries?
I'll let you let go of him and make it to one of the tapestries, but I won't let you burn it this time, just because it's going to take you a bit to safely let go of him and not take damage.
Okay.
So you'll be at one of the two remaining tapestries. Okay, so that's going to take us to TaskRabbit's turn, who narrowly avoided getting crunched by a giant flail ball.
I would just like to take the sword thing and see if I can't just cut this guy in half.
Okay.
Since I got it, I might as well try.
Roll me strength, difficulty 12.
20? 18.
Okay. Roll me.
Wait, did you roll a 20 though?
Yeah.
Was it a nat 20?
Yeah.
It was a nat 20.
Oh, you rolled a nat 20. Okay, that's important. Okay.
Oh. I don't know these things.
That's all right. So
This is your
20
third game and you're
Okay.
kicking butt. Sorry.
Yeah, you're doing awesome. So a nat 20, if you roll a die and it's either a 1 or a 20, like
Those are big.
don't, like,
Those are big ones. Those are
Yep.
the ones to be excited over. So
Not
the
about
nat 20 is a critical hit. So the weapon does double damage. So you're going to roll me 2d8.
Eight. 4.
Okay.
Wow.
So normally Tito Tauntaun is invulnerable, but not to its own weapons. So this Makana hits into the side of it and takes a gigantic chunk out of the side, like right in the body of the snake. You take a wedge out of it that's probably about, I don't know, about a half a foot in size. It's a 15-foot snake creature, so comparatively, it would be a grievous mortal wound to any normal creature. The only reason this thing is still standing at this point is because it's made of clay and it's an animated elemental avatar. But you do huge damage to it, and it just shrieks. Like, you've never heard a noise like this. Like, it literally makes every hair on everybody's body stand on end completely, because it has never felt pain like this ever. It's just not happened before. But you are now the focus of its full attention.
Hey, Jason, what does that noise sound like?
Yeah, what is that, Joyce? What does this sound like, Jason?
I hate you guys. Okay, give me a minute. I need to ruin my throat for this. So the Makana chunks into it, and TaskRabbit's all like, "Ah!" And the creature's just like, "Ah!"
Beautiful.
Favorite harbor master ever.
Right?
Beautiful.
Still, I'm happy that's not a damn goat demon. I don't want to ever make that noise again. Okay, so that is the end of its turn. Its full attention is now on TaskRabbit, and we're going to go back to the top of the order. So that's going to be Captain J.
All right. I would like to burn the next closest tapestry to me.
Okay, that is going to be the primate head. So you're just wah, 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 and then that head cracks and falls apart. And
I didn't know disturbed have a tapestry.
wah. Okay, so that one flames out, and the only head left now is the serpent. So there's a big old snake head that basically is just taking up center of the body now. And we're going to go to Beardy.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the snakehead tapestry,
Okay.
and I'm going to take the brazier. Brazier?
It's a
Brazier.
brazier,
Brazier. I'm gonna
it's
take the
not an
brazier.
undergarment. It's a fire pit that hangs from the
I'm
ceiling.
gonna take my brazier.
Okay.
brazier.
If you want to take your brazier and try to burn something, you can try to do that. But your brazier is not
in
on
the
fire.
70s. We're in Pirate Borg.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're in Pirate Borg.
Different
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm gonna take my I'm gonna kick that thing, the brazier.
He gives me crap about making noises, and he can't even say brazier properly.
Brazier?
You've been saying brazier.
I know.
It's a
I would like to slowly, like, kind of keep the flame underneath, because I want to hear it just scream like in ultimate torture
Wow.
for a long period of time, as it just that last head just shrieks into non-existence. I'm just gonna like kind of singe the tapestry just a little bit so I can hear, and then I'm just gonna kind of slowly burn it away.
Okay, so as the fire creeps up and it starts to sizzle and pop and crack, you can see the skull starting to shiver and shake on it, and it's almost like something out of Harry Potter. It's like, oh, you are, and then it cracks and crumbles off. In that instant, it's going to take one final attack. Don't you clip that, Ewok. And in that instant, it's going to take one final attack at TaskRabbit, who has vexed it by taking a huge chunk out of it. So you're going to test me agility difficulty 12.
16.
Okay, so the flails come down one final time and slam down next to you and take huge chunks out of the stone surface. And there's shards of stone flying up around you as the last skull cracks. And with the cracking of the last skull, the entire form of Tito Tauntaun just shatters into clay pieces and crumbles to the ground around you all.
Woo.
Yay!
Little jig through the dust.
When it crumbles and dies, a doorway opens at the far end of the hall.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
I go to the doorway and look through.
Hold on a second. I need to do something here.
Okay.
I take my fancy tricorn off. I'll trade you for that sword.
Oh, deals.
Deal.
Okay. All right. So it's called a fruitwood macana. If you want to make a note of it, it does a D8 damage, and it's a two-handed weapon.
Got it.
The flail is made of obsidian. It does a D6 damage. Not that anyone's picking it up right now, and it can hit up to 3 close targets. But it is also a two-handed weapon, and attacks at a disadvantage because it'll be difficulty 14 because it's much larger than what a human would normally wield. Beardy might be able to get away with it because he's large and he's a brute. But none of the rest of you can wield it effectively normally.
The Beardy and Kevin's love is true.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to tempt him.
I'm going to go over and pick up my Marlin spike.
Okay. You recover your weapon. There's no damage to it whatsoever.
And then get
Captain...
back to Beardy.
Okay. Back to your faithful steed. There are 2 staircases that you can see from the door that opened up at the far end of the hall. 2 staircases lead up to a stone platform. You can't see anything on top of the stone platform. You'd have to go further into the room if you would like to do that.
You gonna go, Beardy?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
You're gonna go right. Okay.
I have no qualms about sacrificing the village idiot, so I let Beardy go.
Okay,
I mean,
Beardy,
the smart.
Beardy
person.
stomps up the stairs. At the top of the stairs, there is a plinth with a large orb sitting on top of it, and strewn around the top is a rather large mound of treasure.
Oh, look at the.
Just to go through the thing here. Somebody roll me a D4.
I got it. 2.
There are 2 jade animal statues. Mark, roll me a D6.
5.
There are 500 gold worth or silver worth of ancient coins.
I liked when you said gold better. Can we go back to that?
Yeah, no, we can't go back to gold. Sorry, it's silver. Doug, roll me a D8.
That's a 3.
There are 3 golden pots and cups worth 500 silver each. Let's see. Michelle, roll me a D10.
8.
There are 8 gems lying in the pile.
Not anymore.
Well, technically, she can't grab anything because she's way up in the sky on top of Smarty Pants.
That's true.
Beardy, get the gems.
I don't want gems. I want orb.
There's a couple of other items lying there. There's a stone tablet, and there is something wrapped in cloth that you can't make out from where you're standing right now.
I would like to grab the item in cloth.
Okay. You're going to roll me a D20.
5.
Wrapped up in the cloth is another handful of pages. We'll circle back to that afterwards. There is also a stone tablet. It has runes written on it, or inscribed in it, I suppose, rather than written on it.
Beardy, grab the tablet. You already have one. Maybe they're the same.
Oh,
I
let me
smacked
see.
Beardy's hand away.
Oh,
My tablet, Beardy.
oh. Is it like my tablet?
Yeah, you have a tablet, and I have a tablet. Twinsies.
Twinsies. Okay. I'll put it back in my pocket.
You're putting your tablet back in the pocket or the tablet you picked up?
I thought Captain J took it.
Well, she slapped your hand. Nobody took it.
Oh. No, I'll just put mine back in my pocket.
Captain
Okay,
J
so
picks up the tablet.
Okay. It is also inscribed with runes.
Anything that I can make out on there?
It would take you some time, but if you would like to spend some time in this room, you can sit down and try to read it. I
will read that later.
Okay. So you have the wrapped up cloth full of pages. Beardy, you going to go grab the orb on the plinth?
We already like orb.
that's not a yes or a no.
That yes.
Okay. All right. So Beardy goes over to the plinth and picks up a 7-inch obsidian sphere. When you look closely at it, it's you can see stars. It looks like little motes of light sparkling in the night sky. And when you gaze into it, the words "Forever Gate" imprint themselves on your mind.
Was it Forever Gate?
Forever Gate.
Oh. Don't know what that means. Oh. I'm going to just keep looking at the orb.
Okay. Right. Old Gunpowder, what are you doing right now?
I mean, my main priority is just a handful of silver enough to buy some more grenades when I get to a place where I can buy grenades. So
Okay.
I don't have a
So you're just pocketing loot right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. TaskRabbit, what are you going to do?
I'd like to try trick Beardy out of the orb and trick Beardy into giving me the orb.
Beardy, I'll give you this hand for the orb.
No, I don't want to
Imagine
give
what you can
anything
do.
up. I just want to trick him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the ultimate greed there. Yeah.
Oh, look at the orb. Orb so pretty.
Yeah, you don't want it though. You just let me have it.
No. Oh. You already keep orb.
Oh, Beardy's found a friend for Kevin.
Hmm.
Look,
All right.
look into orb. It makes you feel funny.
Yeah, because I can see the orb. Does it do anything to me just from looking at it, or do you have to be touching it?
Nope, same thing. Just from looking in it closely, you hear the words "Forever Gate."
Forever Gate. Can I ask my clairvoyance what Forever Gate means?
You can if you want to. Yeah, Spirit difficulty 12.
Yeah, let's do it. That's a 9. I just don't. I can't. I like how.
She's the only sorcerer in the world who can't get the one of her abilities to work at all. The other one works perfectly fine, but clairvoyance is just not her thing. It basically it just comes back as gibber. The clairvoyance is just like gate forever gate. I don't know what do you mean. It's 2 words. What do you? We got nothing.
This is called buy more dice.
You need to put that D20 in timeout, I think.
I've rolled 4 different ones.
Oh,
That's
really?
I have like nine.
4 different D20s to yes.
Holy cow!
Are
That's
you
rough.
are you rolling Dragonbane dice? Is that what's happening over here?
Yeah. If we were playing Dragonbane, you would be champion of the night. Yeah.
A couple dice I got from Victory Condition Gaming.
Oh,
Doug,
those are cursed.
your dice have betrayed her.
Wow.
And I won't call out
Wait.
the other companies that I got dice from because that's just it's not cool. You know, it's not cool to call companies out like that.
Your VCG dice, do you tuck them into a box of raspberry Pop-Tarts at night?
Yes.
I do, yes. So then that way they're like they've got
Yeah.
special powers.
And if
But
you're
did your
asking
girl
me,
follow the
no.
instructions. That's why.
No.
That's why.
Wow.
Are you going to read any of the pages on that cloth wrap package?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Test me. Difficulty rating 14 on your spirit.
$18.
Okay. So you start reading and you find yourself getting lost in the words and you don't really realize what you're saying, but Beardy and TaskRabbit and Mark when he gets back for old Gunpowder, you can hear she's speaking in like a ritualistic kind of language. And one of the words that you all pick out is Necronomicon. Not you, Captain J. You don't realize what you're reading. And the other one is Ex Libris Mortis. And that's basically all that you can actually pick out. If you want to test me Spirit again, TaskRabbit, difficulty 12, you can understand a bit more of it if you succeed.
Hey, 20.
Natural or dirty?
Dirty.
Okay. All right. So you understand about half of the actual conversation that she's actually reading off of. You know that the pages that she's reading from are an incantation that will cause anyone that can hear Captain J's voice, living or dead, to lose D4 plus their spirit in hit points. It ignores armor entirely. And if you let her continue the conversation, all of you are going to have to do that right now. So you can let her continue or you can stop her.
No, I'd like to stop her.
Okay. So
by smacking Beardy and telling him to stop her.
Oh!
Get her.
What?
We're all gonna die if you don't.
Oh. Captain J, stop.
She can't hear you. And you can see her, she's flipped to the last page now. She started reading the last page.
I'm just gonna whack the pages out of her hand.
Okay, test me strength, difficulty 12.
No, that's a 3. Oh, sorry, 4.
Okay, so Beardy takes a swing at Captain J, and his hand narrowly misses, and he ruffles the papers. Let's see. We're just gonna let it happen actually because you missed the swing.
Throw some salt in Captain J's eyes if that didn't work. I picked up some salt.
I'll give you one more chance. So
I just want to. Captain J does not blink. I have never blinked.
That's true, actually. She doesn't blink. So this would be funny. So, okay, test me agility, difficulty 12.
19.
Okay, so you grab a handful of salt and you fling it at Captain J, who's just like lost in reading this last page, and it hits her right in the eyes, and Captain J is immediately busted out of the trance she was in, and she's just like just hollering to high heaven, like cursing and swearing, clawing at her eyes because they're full of friggin' salt, which is burning like crazy, as anybody who's ever gotten salt in their eye would know. But it stops you from reading, Captain J, and you come back to your senses, and you don't even realize what you've done other than TaskRabbit just threw a handful of salt in your face.
Yeah, I say a few choice words at TaskRabbit.
It's for your own good.
Walk the plank.
It's for my good, anyway.
Possibly for the good of everyone. That's the thing too. Like, you don't have to explain what was going to happen because no one else knows. All Beardy knows is you told him to take those or to stop her from reading. And you threw salt on her afterwards. Nobody else knows anything.
I'd like to look back down at the pages that she interrupted me from.
It doesn't make any sense because you're on the last page.
Oh, okay.
Once you can't pick up where you left off. It's not that sort of magic. All right, so all you have left now is the stone tablet, which will take some time to read. If you want to test Spirit difficulty 12, you can try and read it.
I just want you to know this entire evening, no one has said anything as true in the comments as what just happened in the comments.
I can't see the comments. What's happening? Oh, God.
Luke wrote Pirate Borg sucks.
I got the swag, Luke.
I would just like to remind everyone in this group that we all took a pirate's oath to never tell Luke that this was a good game.
Yes, that is the deal.
What good game?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You could do better.
All right, so you're going to try and read this tablet?
I would like to hand it to TaskRabbit because she's kind of nerdy.
Okay.
Would
you like to try and read the tablet?
Plus, there's salt in my eyes. And I'm
I would like to.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I would like to compare the tablet with Beardy's tablet.
Okay. They are not similar. But you can read this tablet, actually. It is a legible tablet to you.
Excellent. Then I would love to read it.
Okay, roll me a...
sucks.
Roll me a d20.
18.
You now have the ritual Summon the Ferryman. A human of your choice loses 3d8 hit points. If you fail, you or an ally loses instead.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
A human of your choice loses 3d8 hit points. If you fail on the test for casting the ritual, you or an ally instead loses 3d8 hit points.
3d8.
That's a lot.
3d8. So from 3 to 24 potentially. Even more powerful than old gunpowder's grenades.
All
If
right.
you cast that, I am not your ally during casting.
For all legal purposes, the moment you
Well-
start casting the ritual, none of you are allies.
Are we still allies even though I threw salt in your eyes?
It's
That's a good
iffy, and if you start casting that near me, it's definitely a no.
It's a fair point, yes.
All right.
All right, and that brings us to the end of the adventure.
All right.
Wow.
You've
Yay!
defeated
Like
Tito
to, like-
Tauntaun, and I am very annoyed that Tito Tauntaun did not even get a hit in on anybody.
Oh, he
I
did. That's
can't-
right.
I cannot
Fuck it,
believe
Tito
you guys with your defense rolls. It was
That
ridiculous.
was pretty
was-
savage.
Yeah.
It was the one thing you guys were rolling absolute aces on all night. Those spirits did more damage to you on the boat than Tito Tauntaun could.
Except
It was
for
ridiculous.
my grenade. So
Still salty about that. We made
Yeah, actually, yeah. Old Gunpowder's grenade, I think, was the most damaging thing that went off all night. Very nearly killed your captain.
it worked.
It did. It did. Yep. He had to. I was down to only six hit points at the end there. So one good.
It was down to
whack,
5.
I would have. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I had 5.
So you all get your haul back together and take it back to the ship that you found with the spirits, and manage to find a way to get it back into the water and set sail for somewhere. It's up to you guys. There's lots of Yuma to explore yet.
So this is episode 2 of 942, unless we make Jason make more noises.
That's right. That's right.
2 of 2.
There will be nothing but people who grunt after this for creatures. You will fight absolutely nothing else, and it'll just be There will be
Why
no
do you think
livestock
that's
of any
better?
sort. What?
What's that?
I said, why do you think that's better for this?
Well, I mean,
I mean,
it's
at that
easier
point,
for
you'd
me.
be like, What?
Not,
What'd they do? What'd they say?
I know.
Have- Just have a big Twitch clip of me going.
Yeah, we could remix that,
And boots and
Yeah,
pants.
that's MSR right there. Like,
That's right. Right.
good job, Jason,
Um,
taking Limithron's
good.
subpar game and making it fun for us.
Poor Luke. Luke just.
He
Luke-
knows for a fact that I'm a fan because I live and breathe by his Discord.
I mean, nobody
And yeah, go ahead.
tell him that his newsletter is my absolute, like, I hate newsletters. And the Limithron newsletter is my favorite. Like, there's so much good content in there that I'm thoroughly impressed every time I get one.
Nice. I wonder where you can sign up for that newsletter.
I think something about Limithron or Pirate Borg
.com.
.com maybe.
Oh
If you
well,
if you search the interweb for Pirate Borg, you will find it.
yeah. I'm sure if anybody would like some content in their inboxes, they can go find it out on the limithron.com website. And I know Luke has a Patreon where he provides nautical maps. But he also
get one printed out for yourself.
exactly.
Have this printed and laminated and put on foam cores so that I can hang it on my wall.
Nice. Wait. Oh, Limithron says, "Wait. I need your guys' input. We should actually invite. Let's see if we can get Luke on here. Let's see if Luke can. Luke wants to know. Wait. Luke, where's Luke? I'm going to send you a link here. Here you go. There you go. I just texted over to you. So
Click the link, Luke. Or use the link, Luke. Oh, there you go. Use the link, Luke. To the tune of Star
so
Wars.
Luke would like to get our input on something, which I'm not quite sure what it is.
There's still
Uh,
like easily 5 more adventures worth of content in just like Buried in the Bahamas is only how many pages is it? Like 22 pages. And you guys touched like 3.5 pages worth.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how much content is packed into that tiny little pamphlet. And that's considered the introductory adventure for Pirate Borg.
That's I'm not sure. Do you know if this is the one that they use for their convention games?
It is one of the planned ones for the conventions, yeah. It's
Nice.
the recommended intro adventure right now.
Nice.
Where's the
There's-
map?
There were there's 6 adventure sites on Rum Cay, I think. I think there was 6 on Rum Cay, and then 8 on the Isle of Yuma itself, not including this cave. So 7 more. There's 7 more sites that you could have gone through there. Oh, sorry, 5 on Rum Cay. So yeah, there's still 12 more points of interest to explore that you guys never actually even got to. That's the Sinking of Cathagan. Yeah, that's the one that I was desperate for to get at Gen Con. That map on the back is stellar.
It's a beautiful map. Also, you can pick up if you go to pirateboard.com, you can pick up the cards that Jason showed.
Yeah.
And
all the cards are available. I had the rituals and stuff like that, like the clairvoyance and divination and stuff like that is all on cards, and the rune encrusted flintlock, and the card set that comes with it actually has stats for all of the creatures and all of the ships. So if you guys had encountered like deep ones or anything like that, they have there's a card, just a standard size playing card, and it has all the stats for them on the back and everything.
Who let the pirates on?
I'm crashing the stream. I love this.
Pirate wizard himself.
I just got the end. How did it go?
Tons of fun.
I mean,
it went very well.
I'm not talking about how the game is terrible, obviously. How did the session go?
Jason did a great job working with some subpar material, making it fun for us.
Wait, okay, so no, really though, I bought a car, and what should I make the license plate? I need this. Really, we should vote.
Rum Rat.
Rum Rat.
Oh, Rum Runner, maybe like RUMRNR.
The sea.
Yeah, or car.
I think Limithron. I think that's
so
what you should.
You think the options I've come up with are Limithron with one eye and no other vowels like this?
Yeah.
But also, pirate with a Y is available. That's like the old spelling.
The old spelling for pirate. Yeah.
My dad thought that was the winner. But
it's cool. Yeah, I like it.
And then
it's cool.
My wife came up with wizard with an extra R, which is pretty awesome. Appropriate.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
And then LV426, which is like my...
That's a classic, yes.
And it goes well with my hat. So...
Yeah. But I feel like if you want to stay on brand, if you want to write it off as a business expense, you gotta have to go with one of those other choices. I think
when it gets audited. How is a vanity plate a business expense?
I mean,
marketing. It's a marketing expense.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, then you have to go with like Pirate Borg or Rum Runner or Limithron. The
thing that got me really
like
hooked is I was hanging with the Archon dudes the other day, and they have an all black tour van. And and Colorado has these new black license plates, and theirs is Archon. That's the plate. I was like, oh my god, I gotta do that.
Oh yeah, well, it's a short enough word to make it easy.
But I can't fit Limithron.
No,
so
you could fit Pirate in its entirety. That's the only one that doesn't require alteration.
Wait. Can you put PRTEBRG?
I could do PRTBRG, but I don't know. Think big, right? Pirate Borg is just the first book. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know what you. I mean,
unfortunately, Dark Caribbean is a little too large.
Yeah, right.
You could do PR8BRG.
Pirate Borg. Based on what we just played, Luke, you should probably write some other things. So Limithron might be the right choice.
All over again.
I think doing Limithron would be good.
Okay, so that's one vote for Limithron.
Yeah.
Jason, what's your vote?
I would go with pirate, I think, because the whole
Pirate?
word fits easy.
That's what I said. I think it's cool to have the whole thing fit.
There's no abbreviations or adjustments needed to be made. Yeah.
Yeah. Doug, what do
I
you think?
mean, oh, go ahead.
I mean, you really love this pirate thing, right? So like, and you don't want to keep it on brand. So I mean, you kind of keep it on brand with pirate, but yeah, I think pirate is going to be more. You know, people are going to be able to relate to it a lot more than like pirate. I mean, than Limithron or Pirate Borg or something like that. So if you
And then
just
you
put
could-
pirate, yeah.
You could take a couple of the stickers and put them on either side of the plate spot, so you can have like, the ghost ship on one side and
I could do
like
that,
the Devil's
yeah.
Luck logo on the other or something.
Okay, so
Why just
wait.
stickers? Go with a
Doug-
full wrap. Go big or go home. Limithron.
Yeah.
Make
Like a,
the One Night Werewolf fan look like nothing. Make the what's the one with the sheep that they just did? That everybody Catan. Make the Catan band look like nothing.
Did you
You
guys
could-
see
you could-
Brian Colin's Vasquez
Yes.
before? it-
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
Amazing.
this
awesome.
thing was epic.
Yeah, it
But
died, though.
how long did that last for him, though? Unfortunately.
Well, I was his mistaken that he wrapped a like 20-year-old van.
Yeah,
Right.
that was the problem. Yeah, so
Yeah,
the wrap
this
was
is a new
kind of
vehicle
wasted.
for
yeah.
Luke.
This is brand. I was 2024 Subaru.
Look how
Outback.
fancy Luke
Wow.
is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
rolling in that Pirate Borg money.
I'm
Pirate
really
Borg.
glad that
Pirate-
Doug was not there with me because he would have been like, "Don't buy this car. You should buy a super cheap car. Buy two of this super cheap car."
that is Doug's spending motif, though.
Yeah. Wait. So
You,
Doug,
you've
what's
seen
your-
you saw his cell phone, like from the 70s.
I actually haven't seen
What?
my cell phone.
You haven't seen my cell phone?
No. What's your
Listen.
vote on the license plate?
His
Doug
cell phone is like an
everybody's
iPhone
dad.
2.
It's fine.
I'm kind of Team Doug on that though. Like,
What?
Like,
That's
so
true.
yes,
I know, but like, it gets you there.
Full wrap. Go with Limithron for the plate and do a full wrap.
So people get
And then-
what it is. I see what you're saying.
And then when the next thing gets published, do a new wrap for whatever that is. So you just keep current, but it's always
But
Limithron.
the plate is always Limithron. Yeah.
I agree with
and
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm
Look at
sure
her-
your
look at her
wife will
spending your
love.
money.
I'm sure your wife will love driving around a Limithron wrapped car.
Oh, we have two cars now, bro. We have two
Oh,
cars.
No,
Okay.
I know, but like if something like one's in the shop or something.
Oh,
I'm-
yeah.
Oh yeah,
She-
and you have
she
the new
thought that-
one, so she's gonna drive that.
She thought that pirate was too obvious.
The thing about pirate is what kind of pirate? Are you Napster? Are you
That's-
sailing
come
the
on.
seas? Are you
Not if it's spelled with a Y.
That's true. The
That's
Y
the old
really points
school.
it to old timey pirate.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, how many
You're
how many
familiar
characters?
with that, though. If
pirate,
you're not familiar
pirate
with
is
old timey
6.
pirate, what does it make you think?
Makes me think of Jack Sparrow. I get.
I mean, from a
But
geology
I'm biased.
standpoint,
Why-
it
you
might
can't
be
ask me about
pyrite.
it.
Or yeah, or you could just do pirate, and people will be like, "Is he like a rat that
Does he
likes
like-
pies?
Does he like pie?
Like, or is he a pirate?"
That's probably
There's
taken.
no helping this man.
Okay,
What?
Mark, what do you think?
Oh, I think we're just making it worse.
We're
I
just
should pull my
muddying the water.
patrons. I guess you see what my patrons
I
think.
mean,
Yeah.
nostalgia. Like for nerd cred, I like LV426.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
dude. That's the other thing is it's like it is my car. It's not just like it's not even really a company car. I'm not gonna take this. I'm taking this
Yeah.
to 2 events all year. You know, the rest I fly
Like-
to. So.
I make it a big deal of imprinting what the April 26th is on my coworkers every
Yeah,
damn
yeah.
year. I literally I have a little alien stencil that I copied off
Oh,
of Andrew Gaska's. Oh.
Colorado
that's
actually, they're actually very specific. They say you cannot use numbers in a confusing way, meaning you can't use them as letters, which I thought was interesting.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
dang?
Yeah, so I can't do like pirate
Weird.
where the I is a 1. You're not allowed to do that because they don't
Oh.
Oh,
know,
that-
like
oh.
they don't want people to like if you're doing a drive by and they write down the plate number, whatever.
I feel like I've definitely seen that done though. So
Oh, you definitely see it, but Colorado in the registration thing says you can't do that, and you only get
Oh.
like 2 requests. So I don't.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
like a
know.
new thing. Like they don't want. They're just trying to discourage people from doing
Yeah,
stupid.
and you
things
have to
like that, yeah.
list. You have to type what the meaning is.
I love how like we're totally like outing Luke's car registration, his license plate, like to a large audience. So like anybody
Well, I haven't
in Colorado.
I don't have it registered yet. I mean,
I know, but now
It's a big state.
mm,
I'm sorry.
Even smaller.
Luke lives in Colorado, Michigan. It's a small
yes,
town.
Colorado, off
That's,
the coast of Colorado, Michigan.
Yeah.
That'll be the
Up on
the
UP
challenge.
side.
If any of the patrons manage to find that car, they get like a swag pack or
Well,
something.
you know what I should do is I should always hide like coins in all those magnetic key things, so anybody who finds it who knows what it is can be like, ah.
Showing that up on
That's
the
not
Discord.
going to
Like,
be a good look.
No, it's not.
he'll be trying to drive away from a store and some person will have their hand ripped off, and then TaskRabbit will try and steal it.
And use it to like smack Beardy around.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for basically not helping me at all. Nailed
oh,
it.
you're welcome. I mean, that's what we're here for.
None of you voted for Wizard, which is interesting. Wizard.
Eh.
It's funny, but yeah, that's the kind of funny it is. It's like, it's funny, but
It's like you're trying too hard with that one.
I feel like it's a different direction.
Well,
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not the right fit for you.
That's fair.
Like,
Oh, I am the pirate wizard, I guess. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you can't fit pirate wizard onto a license.
Yeah,
plate.
that's the limitation.
Yeah.
You need one of
How
those
about
LED
P-Wizard?
stickers. Yeah,
I don't think that's.
That's-
I don't think. P-Wiz, I don't think that's not what you're going for,
that's
Luke.
a subreddit you don't
hey,
want to get
this is
involved
a
in.
family-friendly show.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. We really need to kind of help Luke with his marketing. I think with that Limitron brand.
And
If
not
that's
with
the direction, if that's the direction that he's thinking of taking this
It's going
company.
down. It's going
Wow.
down real quick.
Yikes.
Well, thanks for letting me crash the stream. Or
Well,
maybe-
thanks for coming on, Luke, and thanks for putting out Pirate Borg. Congratulations on its success right out of the
Wait.
gate.
Was there?
Thank you.
Sorry. Was there a
No,
thing
go
we
ahead.
talked about right before we went live that the last person to show up to the stream had to run a game for everyone
Yeah,
in the stream?
That was exactly what we said. We said the last person who showed up had to run the next game. So
Well, if that's the
Wow.
case, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be this.
what's Luke gonna?
Is it DJ Caliente?
I
don't
know.
know.
You'll appreciate this because you love these guys as much as I do. I just got
Oh,
this today,
I just got that in. Yeah. I was actually going to do some content on it.
and I think I would
Old school
run it
essentials.
using Knave Second Edition because the
That
ninth,
just came out.
the ninth version with
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
Mullen art just went out to backers.
Yes, I got that email today.
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
I haven't read it at all, but Knave is like super simple. BX, it's like BX simpler.
It's BX
Yep.
Lite.
BX Lite, yeah. No classes, D100 classless abilities.
Yeah, I mean, the Merry Mushmen, they make great stuff.
Oh, did I tell you that I'm going to be in the next issue?
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay. Well,
How did you do that, by the way? They hadn't seen Pirate Borg then.
Yeah, he didn't talk to him about his license plate.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Luckily,
Okay.
I told him I worked on another I told him I was the mothership guy, and he was like,
Oh, okay.
The
Good.
mothership
Whew.
guy.
Whew.
You
No,
told him
he
you were
was
Sean
like, I forget
McCoy?
how it worked. It was on Twitter, and he I think he said something about something, and I said that I loved it,
Something about
and he
something.
was like, "I'm reading Pirate Borg right now. I love it," and I was like, "Oh." And I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, can I please do a spread for the next issue of Knock?" So we
Nice.
worked it out, and I did it. And
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
I've got
Yeah. I got a peek at it. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, Jason is like one of two people who's seen it.
Yeah,
That's
I've
cool.
actually I grabbed a picture of it and I've used it like a dozen times already, drawing little things on it.
Nice.
If anybody isn't familiar with Knock, it's like these incredible like zine magazines. You don't even call them zines because they're just so huge.
They're so
Um,
chunky, but yeah,
They're
they're like
so
actually,
chunky.
It's like a A5 magazine, not a zine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just got so much content. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to use all this content. But
it's-
No,
yeah.
I
it
don't-
gives you.
Sorry,
What's
go
that?
ahead. A lot of
I'm
it
just gonna say-
isn't-
Yeah.
You go.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Luke,
God,
let your
someone
uncle
go.
talk first.
A lot of it isn't that. Like a lot of it is very like situationally dependent. Like it'll be like, like D66. What are the goblins up to? Well, if you don't have goblins in your campaign, you're never going to use that table. You know?
Right.
But there are some really, really great articles in there, and all the dungeons are really cool. I usually don't even read the monsters because I'm not really I don't really care about monsters like some people. But I love all the.
I like the art for monsters, but I don't really care for
yeah.
stats.
I just don't like read monsters very often.
No, stat blocks are boring. I don't
Yeah.
care how limited they are.
But they have one. There's one that's like it's like a 1-page thing on like how to Dune-ify your game. You know,
Yep.
like basically like
Pour
just
sand
do
on
this
everything.
with all the factions, and your game will basically be as politically complex as Dune. Stuff like that. Really cool.
You can't throw a water bucket like Beardy and Dune. Just so you know, that's
That was funny.
That's right.
Nat 20 on a water bucket throw. Just,
Yeah. So
against creatures that are completely unaffected by water.
whatever.
I thought about throwing you a bone there and having it do some damage, but there's just the comedy value of it just looking so spectacular and doing nothing was hilarious.
It was perfect.
Yeah. That's where you took that subpar game and you elevated it.
I mean, you know, you just gotta hack it and make it work. You know, when
That's
you're
right.
working-
That's right.
You know, when you're working with garbage, what else can you do?
Hey,
This is when
while you're
down the line in the next session, you get TaskRabbit to enchant the bucket somehow. So the next time you throw water on something, it actually does something.
Are you guys gonna keep going?
Well, I mean,
no,
like
this
I told
was-
it was we were just trying to do like a one shot, but then it turned into a 2-shot. But I mean, like down the road, we could revisit it. I know Old Gunpowder and Captain J are actually holdover characters from a game that Jonathan ran for us a while back, where I was actually a player in that one.
right, so Luke missed my whole like try to gaffle another game of Pirate Borg by pulling a different game when I was like, if the Pirate Borg guy has to run a game for us,
Yeah.
then I get another game of Pirate Borg.
Then he whipped out old school
Like,
essentials.
look at this other game that yeah.
Look, I've been running so much Pirate Borg. Sometimes I want to run something different. You know,
No,
he needs the palate cleansing. Yeah.
I do like running Pirate Borg. I have a lot of Dark Caribbean content in the pipe that will need play testing. So
Nice. Well, we'd love to have you come on and help you play test that when the time comes, if you'd like. Luke.
yeah.
No pressure, of course, but if it's something that you'd
No,
like,
there's lots of
feel
pressure.
free.
All the pressure.
I
pressure.
feel pressured.
Speaking of running Pirate Borg, you're going to be at a couple conventions coming up. Let's talk a little bit about where you're going to be
Are
at.
you guys going to Game Hole? Doug, you'll be there, obviously.
Yeah.
We'll be
Dude, I
there.
saw you guys are coming. Do you have a booth?
Yeah.
Yep.
How many Pirate Borg boxes are you bringing?
Well, I can't keep them in stock because people keep ordering them. So
Sweet.
I may or may not have any at the table at
Love that.
Game
I
Hole
love
Con.
that for
so
you guys and for me.
We'll see.
I saw the map for Game
Yeah.
Hall. Dude,
Yeah.
We're like literally in the middle of the whole hall. It's awesome.
Right.
And we
That's
got the-
awesome.
and then the next thing is PAX Unplugged, and I got the map for that today, and we're like in the middle
You're-
of the like main cross section. It's amazing.
So you're on the other side of us
Yeah.
at the Free League booth, like we were
Yeah, we're like-
last
we're
year.
like back to back. you know.
Exactly. I
Charlie's
love
Angels
that.
pose?
Yeah, guns
Yeah.
blazing.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna take a picture of Game Hole at YouTube back to back. Charlie's
What-
Angels.
the thing
photo.
is, my favorite
next
thing
I feel like
about
you could
it.
do it right now, though.
You could, they're right. Yeah,
Either
just
way.
get it, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, there you go.
Right, yeah.
There you go.
Screenshot.
One of my favorite things, because cons, especially those busier ones, they're busy.
They are.
Like when Doug or Limithron's booth like slow down, we'll like whisper things, because the back walls are like fabric.
Yeah, they're like paper
So
thin.
if you
Yeah.
talk loud enough, you can like hear them. So like Tyler and
Yeah.
I will, whisper things through to Doug, whatever the joke for that con is.
And it's usually the same joke because I like to keep those going for as long as
it's
possible
not,
without.
No, it's usually the same target. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's usually
the
yeah. We've got the same target going. Absolutely.
Yeah. Although we've matured and pivoted away from always making fun of my brother.
Have you?
Mm,
I have
Well,
seen
my
no
favorite.
evidence of this maturity.
Yeah, well, at Gen Con, we were far away from each other, and Doug,
Yeah.
we were just, everyone was so busy that there was much less
Yeah.
fun of him going on.
we
see if that-
took care of most of that.
We'll see if that
Um,
persists into Gen or into Game.
Mostly
Over.
for us at the booth, it was like, where is Doug? And
Yeah.
either Amanda or Ben every time was like networking.
Yeah,
every
that's not
time.
my
Like,
Gen
every
Con
time Doug came by
so
the booth, there was someone waiting to talk to him.
it's crazy.
Actually, my favorite con game is Where is Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Waldo's
Well,
got nothing
I mean,
on. Where's Doug?
Not at Gen Con. It's usually he's at the booth, right? Yeah.
Hey, are
Yeah,
all,
I mean, it depends.
Is he though?
are all the Pirate Borg events full for Gamehole, or are there still slots available?
This is actually unique in that we're not running them. And like we didn't find the GM. No, Tyler found GMs, but I think they're all. Is it through
Lurking Fears?
Lurking Fears? Yeah.
Matt's guys, yeah.
Tyler
Very
would
good group.
know. I don't actually know whether they're full or not. That's hard for it's a.
That's why Tyler's my favorite.
I know
he's
most of the
quartermaster for a reason.
last I knew, like a few days ago, there was only like 2 or 3 seats left in all the free league games. So it was really it's crazy, and I think most of those were just freed up because people had to change their plans last minutes or something.
But I mean, I've never been to Gamehole, but like I'm expecting more of an Origins vibe, where like it's post show hanging. I'm sure we'll do some pickup Pirate Borg.
Yeah, it's definitely. I love Gamehole Con, and I've said this right along. I guess from what Alex was saying, Alex is the owner of the show. And for the folks that aren't familiar with Gamehole Con, it's a tabletop RPG convention. It does have some board games, but it's kind of like a reverse where board games are kind of like they're probably like 15 to 10% of the interest of that. And then the majority of it's all indie RPGs. But Alex was saying that this is on track, and I think pre-sales for ticket has already far exceeded any other show that he's done.
Nice
for Gamehole Con. So I think last year it was like 5,000 people. I think he's expecting closer to 8 this year.
Yeah, that's what Tyler was saying. I'm excited. I'm a little bummed that I realized to save on time that I'm flying in the build day, so it's going to be a little bit stressful on the first day.
That's the same thing for me too.
Yeah, but
that's why I'm flying in at like midnight so I can be there for build day.
Yeah. If anybody knows any vendors coming from Colorado, I have some stuff I don't want to fly with, but I think that's going to be a stretch. I'm pretty sure I'm going to
do what Doug did and try to bring giant hollow pipes on the airplane with him internationally.
Yeah, Hobby was going to drive it, but our good buddy Hobby, Doug.
Yeah.
But he's not going to get there till like Friday, so. Yeah.
Oh, well. That's too bad.
This is not an interesting stream conversation. Sorry.
No, it's not. I will say that I'm going to give a little spoiler here. We've already got authorization to be at Genghis Khan and next year. So I'm really excited to come back to Luke's hometown convention. That's and we're going to be Free League will have a booth at the Genghis Khan in Colorado.
That's a cool
next year.
I like that it's by day 2, especially day 3, it's like it's really mostly just the same people. You're not maybe like, it's not so busy that you're always, so by the end you're like actually having like you're picking up on conversations that you started on the first day, and you're actually like, not networking because it's more of a like hanging out and nerding out about games,
Right.
I like that part about that con, and it's in my town, so I don't have to,
Yeah, no, it was a really great community, great event last year, and I'm really excited to come back next year or in 2024 and be a part of it again.
Yeah, it should be fun.
It was great because like that was kind of one of the, I think that might have been the event that kind of kicked off the convention season for 2024 for me, and it was awesome to kind of get to know those folks like right out of the gate like that year, and then see them throughout the year. I saw some at Origins, I saw some at Gen Con. I'm going to see some again at PAX Unplugged. I'm sure I'll see some at Gamehole Con. Like it was just a really great community to just kind of tap into, and just like they become it's almost like a whole new set of friends that you just get to see over and over again. It was really, really awesome to see how excited they are about the tabletop industry or the tabletop hobby.
Is Gary Con on Free League's radar at all?
It's not, because it's always the same weekend as PAX East, and we do phenomenally well at PAX East, and I love all the PAX shows, to be honest with you, and those even PAX West, which I don't know if Tyler talked to you at all, Luke, about that when he was helping at that booth. But even PAX West has become very tabletop gaming focused. Like it used to feel like the PAX West, like the tabletop segment was kind of like an afterthought, and they kind of just kept us in the back and kind of like put us in this on the 6th floor where nobody could kind of find you. But now in that new facility, it's amazing. They gave us our own floor. It's super easy to find. There's signage all over the place. It was just hopping. Monday wasn't quite as busy, but like the whole time it was just super busy. Yeah, it's a 4-day weekend. It was a 4-day event.
They go into Monday. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I love the fact that we're seeing PAX East inspired but unplugged, and now that's also spilling over to PAX West and having a larger tabletop presence there. So I think all 3 of those PAX shows, like if you're a tabletop gamer, like and you like video games, like I think that's like a win-win for anybody that is interested in both of those. And even if you're only interested in one or the other, I think there's plenty enough to kind of be interested in just going just for one of those 2 aspects.
Nice.
Luke, are you guys going to be at GaryCon?
No, we couldn't get a booth because Luke was at my birthday party. Did you guys see him?
Yeah.
Him and his marketing guy were like really true. Like, you guys should totally come, So I was like, oh yeah, they'll get us a booth, but then like we couldn't get a booth. So I don't think I'm going to be able to swing it for scheduling reasons, but I kind of want to just go and like be an attendee.
Just be yourself.
Because I don't ever get to do that anymore. And like that one, I could just go play like a bunch of OSR games all weekend,
We have a booth there, so we'll be there next year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're in.
Interesting. You might want to collaborate there a little bit.
Interesting.
Corner for some Pirate Borg stuff.
Touch base on some possibilities there.
I think we have a part of the table that's called subpar.
It's underneath. It's like the discount bin.
You have to lift up the table skirt to see the stuff underneath it. Yeah, because you have to know where to look.
You weren't here earlier when I said nice things, so
yeah. I will say that GaryCon is one of those conventions that I personally, again, like Luke, I've always personally wanted to go at least once. Plus, it's always the same weekend as Adepticon, which is a minis tabletop game skirmish. Like it's like a minis tabletop convention.
That's Mecca. It's only like 40K.
It's only like an hour and a half away, I think. I would love to do like one day at GaryCon, one day at Adepticon, but it's always on PAX East. And again, being at GaryCon, I got to know Luke Gygax, quite well. He's super nice guy, and he was like, "Yeah, anytime you want to come to GaryCon, just let me know." He's like, "Just we'll make you a guest," and
sweet,
And
Luke,
I was like,
Luke is a remarkably personable person for all of the ridiculous demands that people make on him for his time and energy. Like,
great guy.
Like I love the fact that like I went over and I introduced myself and I'm like, hey Luke, I know who you are and we've crossed paths a few times, but I don't think we've ever been formally introduced. My name is Doug, and he's like, I know who you are. Like I was like, what? Like how do you like you shouldn't like you shouldn't know who I am. I know who you are. You shouldn't know who I am. That's not. But he's such a nice guy,
When you introduced yourself, were you in the red suit? Was this after?
It was not. No. Although I did see. This is at Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
I did not have. We did not have DJ Caliente on display at Genghis Khan.
I was saying because everybody knows who that is.
Yeah. When I saw the artwork for that thing for Outgunned, I was just like, oh my god,
where did that come
this is
from,
amazing.
So that's one of the key pieces for a campaign book for Outgunned, their 80s action movie RPG.
Oh wow! Wait,
it's called World of Killers.
Yeah.
Is it like actually you?
Yeah.
It's art of Doug in the DJ Caliente suit.
I just thought that maybe it was like
that's on purpose. Yeah.
So they saw you at the Ennies and were like, "Oh, we got to draw Doug."
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that they were at the Ennies. They're great. They're a great studio. They came over and
they were there they were nominated for Household, which is a fantastic game.
It's amazing.
Okay, look at this freaking beast.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Are they going to send you a print, Doug?
I've got a copy already on the way. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah. You'll have to take a look at what they're
I never even
two
heard
little
of
mice,
these
Luke.
guys.
I'm telling you right now, they're doing some cool
Super
stuff.
Amazing.
Super cool.
Wow, man, it's like
I got
the
this
production,
at
the-
silent auction that they did,
What's
Oh,
the
yeah, look,
flagship
take a-
product?
and they had they actually
right now
drew
it's
this,
called. Let's
they actually
let's show it, Luke.
they drew this on the inside of it.
Oh,
It's got their
wow.
signatures and everything, all the like the art and everything is all that's all like
Oh, that's
just for
awesome.
Gen Con. It's one of my favorite things that I got, other than that map that you drew at dinner.
Oh, yeah. You didn't seem that excited when I gave it to you, so I was hoping that you were excited about it.
I still have that map actually. It's right over here someplace. I haven't got.
Okay,
I was gonna get it framed, but
What's their main thing called?
So their main RPG that's out now is called Household. It's called Household. Household is like it's almost like the Borrowers, kind of like the Littles. It's
That's,
basically fantasy creatures in like the walls of like an abandoned house.
Okay.
you
Okay.
almost wouldn't know it to look at the cover of the book though. Like
Oh,
the
no,
cover of the
yeah.
book is just wild.
No,
But
I
that's
see
what it's all
I
about,
see this
yeah.
one where this guy's like Indiana Jonesing past a spider.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Household. And then they also did a Kickstarter for a game called Outgunned, which is their 80s
Yeah.
action movie
That's
RPG.
we did an actual play of that. It was hilarious.
See, it's
Yeah.
funny
I
when
can't wait. We're supposed to play that with Farmer John. And I'm excited for that.
Amazing. It's
when
amazing.
I look at this art like that, your thing, Doug, I'm like, oh, these guys are like actually artists.
They have Daniela is their
Mice.
lead
Yeah,
artist. I don't
Danielle is
know if
amazing. Like
she-
how
Oh,
she
they
doesn't
do
have like
crazy.
Are they doing Broken Compass too?
they did do Broken Compass, yeah,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
they were the original studio behind Broken Compass.
Yep.
Yeah, I keep
how-
seeing the Jolly Roger and the Golden Age one for that.
Yeah, how Daniela doesn't have like a dozen gold any awards at this point is beyond me.
Yeah,
Well, it's because
Like,
Annie's
she's-
are
she's
popularity
amazing.
contest, not a skill.
Well,
that's true. That is true.
They're not-
Yeah.
they're not.
I
based
mean,
on-
Anyone who gets the opportunity to just listen to them and their story and like how they met each other and what Household means to them, like
yeah,
Pretty
it's
cool.
it's pretty amazing. I would definitely look at some of their, any podcasts they've been on. Like it is just a really great story, and it makes you invested in the game even more than just already to start with.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check these guys out. I'm following the artist right now. Like,
yeah, she's great.
much more talented than I am.
Well, I mean that's
Yes, that's saying much.
Wow.
Jeez.
Luke, if you ever want to come and like have your ego like knocked down a few
I'm right-
pegs,
I'm
you know,
right back
just
in
look-
Origins, man.
yeah, exactly.
It's like it's gonna
We're
be
gonna have
I'm
to,
gonna, like get off the stream and go cry in my room just like at Origins. So.
Hey, I just want you to know, I spent my talk like a pirate day telling like some corporate executives they need to play Pirate Borg.
Whoa, wow. So are you trying to like tank this company or something? Like what's the
I feel like, you're professional all day, and the best way to like,
to unwind?
yeah, is to, stab some scurvy mates and
Yep.
get some treasure and
Some booty.
some booty. I don't know if I can say that on Doug's channel.
Yeah, that's a that's
I mean,
a
Booty.
Multiple
Doug's gonna
meanings.
edit all of this out. Doug's gonna be like, the game ended. That was it.
Yeah,
Pirate
no,
Borg
we all
great."
said good night.
We
Yeah.
haven't been live in like 40 minutes, so
Right.
That's entirely not true.
Still see it up there.
All right. Well, on that note, since we have been going way over time, we should definitely.
I want it
definitely
on
close
record
out
that
this
I
thing.
got the adventure done in just over 2 hours. The rest of this is all
did.
your fault.
Yeah, exactly. I want to thank Janet and Mark from Dirty Woods for coming on, and I want to thank Michelle for being a part of this session and being a great TaskRabbit. Oh, I kind of want to thank.
I'm
go
happy
ahead.
we got to be her first like actual play experience. That was awesome.
Right, that was very cool. Very cool. I want to thank our harbor master extraordinaire, the one and only Jason Hunt, down there, the Geek of the North, and of course our last edition, our surprise guest for this evening, the one and only Limithron himself, Luke Stratton.
The man, the
Thanks
myth,
to-
the legend, the wizard, the pirate.
Wow.
Everybody's
That's
got to have a
not
voice teacher.
necessary.
That's your friend, Doug. That's
Yeah.
your friend.
Yeah.
See, that's why I chose
All right.
Tyler. You got Luke.
Yeah.
I think
You
Tyler.
know
Wow.
what? I've had about. Oh wait, never mind. My thing didn't work. I've had about. I hit the wrong button.
Wow. I need to get one of those for Jason.
You're
Listen,
God-
I've been
you
very
do.
good lately. Mostly because I've been running games and not participating.
It'll mute everybody who's
Last
plugged
time was
into
me,
this
this time
thing
was
too.
you.
All right, sorry. Sorry to hog the attention again.
So wait, will we see all of you at Game Hole? Everyone's going to be at Game Hole?
will
Jason,
not
I
be.
don't think. Jason won't be.
Jason, go to Game Hole.
Jason's all the way up in Canada, somewhere far
Yeah.
north.
Jason, come to Game Hole.
I would love to.
You're our only
But
hope.
it's a time off of work deal problem mostly. I only have
But-
so much vacation time.
But
That's right.
Jason will be at PAX Unplugged this
I
year.
will be at PAX
Oh, that's
Unplugged.
great
yes.
news.
They won't.
That's great news. Where are you guys?
On ours.
We'll talk about this later.
So
All right. We'll see you guys
All right.
at Game Hole.
Yep.
we'll see you all later, or we'll see you at Gamehole Con, PAX Unplugged, Genghis Con, or almost any other con that might take place in 2024. We want to thank everyone for joining us. And if you've watched all this far and you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Go check out pirateborg.com. And thank you, everyone. Remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.